Yes, you should probably leave. Yes, you should probably leave. It's a Sunday night and we're running late, but we're here to celebrate being prepared for what's coming your way. Cause it's a death by 1,000 cuts today. Our forefathers warned us long ago it would come from within. And what do you know? It's all coming true right before your eyes. So don't act like it's a big surprise. We're live. And I was giving him a little rap. Did you get your tea?
Hello, I did.
She did. Hello, everyone. Richard's here. Nancy Karstutler is here. Everyone evening from Kansas. Sorry we're late. It's harder to just stop what you're doing as the day gets a little longer.
Yeah.
Because it's go time, show time, man. This could be the year that could possibly feed you through some perilous times.
Oh, what happened here?
I made a little mess there. I don't know if I like this cactus hanging around.
Well, it's in the middle of the table. I just use it to put my phone on right now.
Like hit that thumbs up, my friend, and say hello. That's like the hug. You know, like when you come over to somebody's house and you come through the door and you give them a big hug. We should talk about thresholds one time. Oh my gosh, Americans don't have any idea, but thresholds are very important, even, biblical times in the Bible and everything else. But when you come over and you hug everybody and oh, hey, what's up? That's what you got to do when you come here. You got to hit that thumbs up. That's like giving us a virtual hug. Hello from Kingsport, Tennessee. What's up, Dougie Fresh? Ha! Hello from Molina, Colorado. Yeah.
Ohio, Nevada, Colorado.
Hello from the Lake of the Ozarks. Yeah.
Peking, Illinois.
Hello
Oklahoma.
from BC, Canada. BC, Canada. Now, I got talks about Canada coming up. I was going to mean to do it this last week. Man, I just can't get my video mojo on, you guys. There's so much information to devolve. Oh, my gosh.
Sun City, Arizona.
584 thumbs up with over 1,000 people here. So some people are slacking. My sourdough bread turned out horrible. My sourdough bread turned out horrible. Tried to make it gluten-free.
Yeah, I'm not up on gluten-free stuff.
Yeah, that's not how we roll.
Yeah, the one thing with anything, you guys, even, when you're doing the bread, it does take a little time, to kind of get better at it, and you learn from your mistakes and do a little more research here and there. And you got to look at your environment, sometimes the temperature, where you're living, and, and eventually you'll get it. So don't give up.
No slacker. She's from North Carolina. There's Maryville, Tennessee. Hello from Kentucky with the $silver outlaw. Hello, old Sir Bobedy. Hello from New Jersey, yucky deal. Hey, Scott. Howdy from Houston, Iowa. Are you going to the Tulip Festival? That's in Iowa, right?
No, it's in Iowa. Yeah,
Iowa.
Yeah, the Tulip Festival. It's the first part of May.
Are you going to the Tulip Festival? Hello from Texas turning into California. Hello from Canada, fully off grid. I love Doug and Stacy, and I learned so much from you both.
Oh, Darcy made some ghee, and it smells divine. It does smell good. I made it yesterday and the day before. I can smell it. Yeah. It's so funny because a lot of times I'll get busy doing stuff and I'll put it in the oven because you got to keep it on low. And it's usually when it's been warmer days and I just kind of let my stove go out. So I'm like, this is a perfect time to make ghee. So I made it yesterday. And I forget about it sometimes. And then all of a sudden I come in and it smells good in here. I'm like, oh, there's ghee in the oven.
How's your eye?
It's getting a lot. It's much better. Can't you tell? Yeah, it's amazing how quickly it did heal. It just
Eyes
took a few
heal
days.
fast.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
Yes.
Unless
And no
you
more
get
the
your
floaters. I
cornea,
hardly have
then
any
you're
more floaters.
screwed.
Yeah. No, it's really good.
Watch out tonight. I'm singing everything. Please shout out. Ivy Mo is Richard, Texas. Yes, it's turning into California. Ayafamo Amula.
Oh, Janet actually got to see us live. She's been watching from Maryland
Hello,
for
Janet.
a year.
I'm glad you made it. That's
Okay.
my cousin's name.
I'm getting tired of your singing it.
No, stop it, you party pooper.
Oh, there's Tampa. Carolyn McBride. I know Carolyn McBride. Do you know me, Carolyn? Is it the Carolyn I know?
You don't know her. Dogwood Festival was the weekend in Woodville, Texas. Never heard of it.
Oh, the Dogwood Festival.
Tulip Festival.
Oh, that sounds fun too. I like
the Dogwood Festival was this weekend.
Ooh, how was that? That would be fun to go to sometime.
Would you recommend 2 sun ovens? Yes, I would.
No, honestly, and if you do dehydrating, or if you're cooking for a bunch of people, if you have a bigger family, definitely.
Sometime during this video, we're going to give away a sun oven. I'm going to do that myself.
You guys are so lucky. You're going to get a sun oven.
Tonight is a
sun oven giveaway.
Sun oven. But if you want to buy one because you're not lucky and you never win anything, you can use this link right here, and it saves you money and you get extra stuff. And I'll use all that money to buy the sun oven for whoever wins the sun oven. See how that works? It's the circle of life. And you guys give, and we just give it right back to you. How about that? This is going to be fun. I ordered the fermenting and cookbooks and some chocolate tea. Did you get them yet? You should have got them yet. If you didn't get them yet, you got a tracking number. Everyone should be caught up. If you guys ordered anything from us, I got everyone caught up. I even called some folks on the phone down there in Florida. And you all should be all caught up. Giving away a sun oven during this video. What do you got to say about that? It's not even April Fool's.
Yeah, did anyone do any good April Fool's jokes? You didn't do. I didn't do anything to you.
It's just, things are too serious right now. It's Doug the Musical. Yes, it is. If I were a rich man.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, we're going to give away a sun oven tonight. What is a sun oven? Go grab it. Go grab your sun oven. Tonight's show and tell. It's the game we play.
Well, we can even do this too. If I bring the sun oven in here, I can even talk to you guys about some of this. A lot of you guys have them, I know.
No,
and
they don't.
People,
we're going to talk about it.
I know.
We're just going to spend a few seconds talking about it. It's a great prep. We're going to show you guys what it looks like. Hit the thumbs up. We'll talk to you guys how to use it a little bit, and then we'll just put it away. But by the end of the show here, as long as there's a bunch of people watching, we'll give one away. How about those apples? I like it. I really like it. Don't go too fast. Take your time. How you guys been doing today? I mean, there's a lot going on. There's so much going on, guys. This is the fight of our lives. These kids, oh my lordy. They're trying to shove this down our face, right? Like we're supposed to literally believe that, there's no such thing as man and woman now. I mean, this is off the chain. And I got videos coming, man, this gateway to transhumanism. This is what this stuff is, man. They're making a lot of money on this stuff. That's why they attack the schools. And while y'all are all sleepy out at work, right? They're coming in through the schools with their money, giving the schools money, okay? And then they're adopting the programs, talking about sex to little kids at school, y'all. This is all part of the great setup, right? So they can blur the lines. Pretty soon they'll be just having babies in factories somewhere. No more man and woman stuff, right? Like, listen to these young kids. They don't even want to get married anymore. They see no value in it, right? It's disgusting. These TikTok stuff, all they're doing is taking away girls and what they're, are natural stuff. Let's just pull it up here. Let's see what we got. Let's get on with it. 1,400 thumbs up. Can we get some thumbs up? Remember, that helps the video get out to more people so everyone knows that we're live. And there's 2,300 of you, so you should be able to do it. Now, this is the All-American Sun Oven, okay? And there's none like it. This is my Sun Oven. There's no oven like it.
Kind of dirty.
It is kind of dirty because we use the heck out of it.
Well, it's
now this is a stainless steel reflector. This basically sucks the sun into this box right here, right? And many people have tried to make a sun oven and they're just not successful at it. Trust me. Everyone, for years we've been showing you guys this, and everyone tries to make it, and they always buy one because they just can't. You can't do it. This stuff is made in America. Tried and true. You get it at the link offgridwithdougandstacy.com. Hit the shop tab. This will be the best prep you get in 2023.
You grab it.
It dehydrates. Packs away like a little suitcase. When you cook with it, there's no smell, there's no smoke, there's no nothing. See that little tray in there? It kind of wobbles around so it stays straight up and down so you never spill anything that's on it.
I mean,
you can actually, you can actually tilt this up and down to follow how intense the sun is, right? So that's why that tray moves around. We're kind of wobbling around here trying to show it to you.
It really should be back more, but you can't see it that way.
See the thermostat up here in the corner? Can my lovely assistant point to it? And then that shows you the temperature inside the box. Shut the glass. That's the glass right there. Once you shut that, it becomes airtight and it gets really hot, like 300 degrees, 350 degrees. It never burns your food. Like you could throw this in the morning. Your dog will never touch this. You could throw this in the morning and then go do your work all day long on the homestead or at your job. Never heat up your house. Never use any electricity. When you come home, all your food is jammed and ready to go. What about the bread?
It cooks just like a regular oven. So if you when you put it in direct sun during the heat of the day, it'll get to anywhere from 350 to 400 degrees. You can cook your bread just like your regular oven, and it cooks great. And the one thing when you bake things, it doesn't ever burn really. You won't burn like an oven. It
doesn't dry it out.
It will if you left it in there a long time.
It doesn't dry it out. When you get the bread out of here, it's the best bread you ever had in your life, right? Because there's an even heat. It circulates around everything that you eat, unlike a conventional oven or even our wood cook stove. The heat comes up and hits the bottom of the pan and then moves around. So that's what causes the inside of the bread to kind of dry out. When you cook with the sun oven, it's moist all the way over. When you break it open, it's just like, what?
But you can't leave it in all day or it will get very dry. You
just cook it like normal. Why would you leave it in all day? No one's saying leave it in all day. When you leave this cracked open a little bit, like you'll put stuff in there from the end of the year to dehydrate your herbs or tomato slices. We do that.
Can you pull that over a little bit?
You just leave those little knobs open and then just kind of rest on there so the heat is still in the box, but it's able to escape. And then it dehydrates your stuff. So it's a dehydrator. It cooks your food. And you can get the double stack ovens, right? That's an accessory. And the double stack ovens, you can actually cook like 2 chickens and a bunch of stuff at the same time. We've done that video. Or you could cook like your chicken and stuff at the bottom or a meatloaf or something. And on the top double stack oven, you put like all your vegetables and all that stuff. We didn't mean for this to come right off as a sun oven thing, but we started talking about it. Thing is the bomb. We've had this one for years. You can see it's still in pretty good shape. It folds away like a little suitcase.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Has these little dials here so you can follow the sun. It's a whole little thing. We'll show you guys coming up in some videos. But I promise you, like that, you can do this in your apartment, out in the park. You can take it with you anywhere you go.
And it only weighs like 22 pounds, and you can take it like if you were tailgating, if you were camping, if you were at a park, if you had a hurricane and no electricity, a tornado, like we're having crazy around here, and people all around us, the electricity went out. In our town. It went out for like all day. I mean, things like that. And then that way you always have access to having cooked food. So I mean, I love the thing. It is really, it works great. It's very simple and easy to use, and I use it for Lots of stuff. And
All
actually,
American sun oven.
yeah, the
And it
weather's
is
been
all
getting really
American.
nice out here, and so we're gonna be winding down the stove soon. So I'll really get into using the sun oven a lot more.
Yeah, that's one of the tricks for living off grid is you don't want to heat your house up in the summertime because we don't have air conditioning. So we take everything outside to the outdoor kitchen. That's why we built that. That's why we're going to talk about living off grid, right? And then using that sun oven too. There's no propane, there's no wood, there's nothing. It's a one-time deal. You know, they're not cheap. They're about $400. But once you get it, it's done. Like we've had those for years. We beat them up, we
15
drag them
years,
around.
16. That one's 16
Ever
years
since we've
old.
been here, and
Yeah.
then we got another one after that.
Yeah,
Okay?
and I'm telling you, I treat it. I mean, bad. I mean, I'll leave it outside sometimes. I cook with it. I mean, I was cooking with it almost every day, and it has been through a lot. And it's great because there's not a lot of working parts. It's made in America. It's a great company, and
The
so
animals
we love
can't
them.
smell it, right? So we leave ours on the ground, but you could put it on a table, you could put it on a deck. None of our dogs, we've had several dogs since we've had them, but they've never went over there smelling it or trying to knock it around. The cats don't bother it.
It's just like when you go to open it,
You
know,
can
they
smell
can
it
smell
then.
it, and then they're like, ooh, you know, but generally, no, it's amazing. It doesn't. It works great.
Yes. So if you got any questions about the sun oven, you can leave them down there and we'll answer them. But I'm telling you guys right now, that is 1990 and 3,200 people in here. We need to get some more thumbs up, y'all. And but that thing is a handy dandy. It dehydrates too. Plus, there's a thing you can get. It's wapini, and that basically purifies the water. So if you guys have water, you can put it inside there. There's a little gadget that comes with it, and it tells you when the water's purified, so you can turn water into drinking water. I mean, this thing is pretty versatile.
Oh, Vicky says she's been hanging out her clothes to dry and love the fresh smell of them. OMG.
Yeah, if you guys are using bounce sheets and stuff, get rid of that stuff. It's totally
Yeah,
toxic.
if you can have a clothesline or figure out a way, you know, that you can have a clothesline, it is just amazing. And they're coming out with so many cool things. I know at the Amish store, they have a new clothesline. Like my clothesline that I have is on a pole, you know, and it kind of spins around. But there's this one, it's like on a stand, it's on wheels. And it's got the sides and there's a bunch of strings in between. So you can even put it underneath your porch if it was raining, or if you want to move it around to different places if you're living in a smaller area, so it doesn't look too crazy like a big clothesline. So keep looking, you know, they're starting to make a lot more cool kind of clotheslines because nothing's better than that fresh smell and the sunshine. And when you have bedding, especially that's been on the clothesline, that smell is just intoxicating.
Get rid of your bounce sheets, anything you guys are adding to
Endocrine
your
disruptors.
stuff. You know, go natural. You can get alpaca balls, or there's other things that you can put in there that are all natural that you don't, you know, stop your static cling or whatever, but get off of these chemical-ridden additions
They're
to
killing
your
us.
laundry.
Your kids, then you're putting that stuff on little kids.
Right.
Yeah, bounce, the dryer sheets are just terrible.
We're not doctors, we're not labists, and we don't play any on YouTube.
But
these are facts, Jax. Tell it like it is. All right, we're giving away a sun oven if you guys just tuned in sometime during this video, so don't go away. It could be at the very, very end. All right, soap nuts. We love soap nuts. Stacy uses soap nuts all the time. Natural.
Yes.
Good and
Soap
natural.
nuts come from a tree. It's like a little brown nut. And usually when you use soap nuts for your laundry, how natural can you get than that? Is that you can put it in like a little bag, and then you just, you know, close it shut. I usually put 4 to 5 of them in, and then you put your water in there and you'll wash. Generally, that I've noticed, if I have really dirty clothes, I will put a little extra soap in there.
You mean my clothes?
Yeah. Or like if I've been in the mud, you know, and things like that, I'll put a little bit more soap to help it. But if it's not like crazy dirty, the soap nuts work great by themselves. So they're wonderful, and they'll last a few washings. You can tell definitely when you need to add more, but it's just another alternative. So I may not necessarily like use them every time, but they're just a nice alternative. So I have lots of different options that I can use when I wash my clothes.
And chocolate tea is back in stock.
Yay!
Tell it like it
Oh,
is.
Karen says the Dogwood Festival is wonderful. We need to go to that. That would be cool.
We can only be so many places.
I know, but I'd like that.
Some of us suggest summertime cooking. Why are people asking? No, summertime cooking is not just for sun ovens. You can cook in the winter time as long as you can see your shadow. You can cook
all year.
outside. The outside temperature does not matter, but you need to be able to see your shadow. We've cooked in the winter time here on our channel with the sun oven. It works just fine. You need a little extra time, and you have to move it, kind of work it a little more, but you can use it in the thickest snow in the middle of winter. It's not just a summertime dealio. It's also good for melting beeswax if you guys want to melt some beeswax and stuff like that. Man, this is great. Let's see, 14 years of living off grid prepared us for this, right? So 14 years we've been living off grid, and now we can grow our food. We live 100% off rainwater. We can live without electricity. We've done that for 13 years because 13.7 years. We just recently got some solar power hooked up, and so far it's been working pretty good. So all those years we've lived without refrigeration, basically. We have one out in the outdoor kitchen that runs off of propane. So we're real cool with alternative everythings. And 14 years of this lifestyle has prepared us for what could happen in the near future.
And I just saw in big letters, he says, what's the best kind of roosters? I really like the Barred Rock roosters. Mm-hmm. Tremendous. I've had quite a few. I love them compared to other ones. I always say Rhode Island Reds. Don't ever get a Rhode Island Red rooster. Wonderful hens. They're very hardy birds. They're a bigger bird if you want to use them for meat too. Have nice size eggs, or they lay a lot of eggs. Great hens, but I would never get a rooster that's a Barred Rock. But there's not a Barred Rock, a Rhode Island Red. But I like the Barred Rock roosters. They do their job. They're really cool looking, and that's just my favorite. But there's many others that are great roosters. So.
Yes, Raven Reese, that's what we said. We're giving us some way below your head. We're giving it away tonight before the end of the live, as long as we get a lot of thumbs up. You got to do your part to make dreams come true. I love my Austerlark.
The Austerlarks. Yeah, I have black ones. Black Austerlarks. Yeah, there's so many.
Guard geese. No.
How many of you guys ever had, as a child growing up, you had those geese chase after you, come after you, and so they scare you, when you get older, you have like these traumatic experiences
big old
of
poops
geese.
Everywhere. What don't you like about the Rhode Island Red roosters? They're pretty aggressive.
They're more aggressive than the other ones.
But that's their job, right? So, like if you're looking for a good rooster, if you live in a place that has some good, pressure on it as far as, predators and stuff, that's going to be a good rooster for you because they're going to help protect those girls out there for you.
But if you're going in, you have little kids and stuff,
they're not good.
You know what? I find that they're a little more aggressive toward the younger kids
because they like to do their job.
It just depends, but everyone's different. But quite a few people that I know, including myself and a lot of other people, have said the same thing. So.
Is it okay to drink shrubs several times a day? Because I really like it.
Well, the thing is you're going to get honey is still a sugar. So you don't want to have like lots and lots of sugar. So I'm all about moderation. Things can be good for you. You just don't want to keep doing it. Like, I'm not going to eat a whole bottle of sauerkraut in a day. That's just too much, even though it is good for me. But when you get too much, it could cause problems. So, if you had a little glass, maybe, but that's sugar. And that's calories too. And sugar isn't the best for our insulin levels.
Cheryl Lee Reese said her chocolate tea will be there tomorrow because Doug is awesome. I do all that stuff, man. I lock myself in there sometimes and just go because you guys are something else. Gus the goose chased me up a tree at my neighbor's. Yes.
Yeah, I remember when I was out, I was walking. And one day, and these geese came after me. I guess they were watching an egg, and got me right in my calf. I had a huge bruise.
Do you ever worry about the acid in rainwater? What are we gonna do?
Yeah, we do.
Water is everything, right? Water's life. Water touches everything. What are we gonna do? Like it's touching our food. It's touching we drink it. We live 100% off rainwater. So if you start seeing us go down, then maybe you start worrying about it. Right now, we're 100%. Like we feel great. We're not all fluorided up and pharmaceutical up, right? You guys are literally drinking this public water off the tap and it's full of pharmaceuticals and fluoride and all this stuff to dumb you down and numb
yes,
you
let's
out.
all say no to city water. Get something to help purify your tap, on your sink. You can get it. They're not that expensive. You can get one for your shower. And they'll let you know when it needs to be, replaced. It'll last 4 or 5 months, but remember, when you take a shower, it absorbs in your skin, and you're getting it inside of you too, because your skin is your largest organ. So really, and they're just talking about the fluoride again, how bad it is, even though it's been bad for a long time. Do you guys remember years ago, was it like in the 80s, especially
80s.
started 80s, 90s, 70s?
Red
80s?
flag, red flag.
The people were saying how bad fluoride was for you, and they were making them into crackpots. Saying that they're crazy.
It's the truth. We already know the Germans gave it to dumb people down. I mean, we're seriously, folks. There's way too much history now to be sitting around here talking about, y'all are just conspiracy theorists, talking about the chemtrails. Those are legit 100%. There's all the information. You can find these timelines out for the WEF and the WHO, y'all. They're warp speed moving towards this stuff. While you guys are saying we're all just making stuff up and fear mongering, quit listening to those people. That's the noise. That's to keep your feet from not moving so you're unprepared. Okay? I'm telling you, man. This stuff is going down so fast right before your eyes. And balloon.
Molly agrees too. Oh, where is it?
It's not true. You can get Berkey filters. They remove fluoride. They have fluoride.
They have a special fluoride one,
remover.
Right?
You don't need reverse
Actually,
osmosis.
you need to order one for somebody for
yes.
the Amish.
What do you think of a teaspoon of honey with cinnamon? Sounds fabulous.
And also here, let's talk about a little health stuff. So cinnamon, not all cinnamon's created equal either. Most of us have the cinnamon that's called cassia cinnamon. There's another cinnamon that is a little better, which is called Ceylon cinnamon, Ceylon. And it helps a little bit. Sometimes I think a lot of people, if you do too much cinnamon, it's not good for you. So if you're a person who just puts it in everything and you're putting on lots of stuff all the time, Ceylon cinnamon is good. I do use both. But if you're an avid cinnamon user, I would maybe switch over and use the Ceylon.
Yes, we take the sun oven with us in the RV. You never know what's going to go down, so you need some way to cook some food. I mean, this thing is the bomb biggity, right? And we're going to give away one tonight, as long as we get to 10,000 people watching the live show.
Oh, stop it. He's going to give one away.
With 8,000 thumbs up.
He's a big meanie. Oh, Veronica says.
And the chocolate tea is back in stock, in case you want to know. And if you're showing up late, my wife and I, we live in this log cabin. If you're new around here, we grow 90% of our own food. We've lived off grid like the Amish for 14 years, and we share all the information that we've learned, and we try to teach y'all how to break away from the system so you can use it only when you want to on social media for free.
So Veronica said she misspoke. Living off grid isn't expensive, but getting off grid is.
No, it's not. Sell everything that you own, find the smallest piece of land you can afford, and then you're off to the races.
And just live like very frugally.
That's it.
Until you do it.
That's what we did, man. I lived in a tent. I came up here in a tent. Stacy, we moved out of our big house. We moved into a 1-bedroom apartment. While Stacy was in the 1-bedroom apartment, we were getting used to the smaller space because that was like a big deal, y'all. I came up here and lived in a tent with the 2 dogs, and I would call her. Cell phones these smartphones were just coming out, y'all. We only had cell phones and beepers back then. This is 14 years ago. Yeah, I had a Nextel. Sprint, right? This was 14 years ago. This stuff, you guys act like this stuff's been around forever. This is new on the scene stuff, man. This is like Pony Express going to Telegram. You know what I mean? Right? And I was sending her little pictures and doing the best I could up here. I had a couple friends popping in and helping me. I've never done anything like this before. So we know you guys can do it, and we try to encourage you and show you this stuff real time. We have 1,500 videos. All you have to do is zombie out on our videos, and you can watch all of our progress from day one. Stumbling along, I showed you the mistakes, the good things, the bad things. We put in a bunker over here with a concrete roof. You can see how we did that. The outdoor kitchen, how we grow food out in our garden.
The outside shower, awesome a wood shack. Many ways that we can cook, on fire. I mean, there's lots of different ways that we do with propane, 3 burners. We got our stove in here. So we have like multiple ways that we could, get things done. So yeah, our water, everything.
Everything. We live 100% off of rainwater. We even poop in buckets. You want me to take you and show you it? But I will be showing you in videos coming up. Spring's here. I'll be digging out a new pit and showing you from start to finish how to get that done for yourself. That stuff is important to know, man. If the whole thing, let's just say everything quit working, you're gonna have to know how to take care of this thing, this bodily function. Otherwise, that's really going to cause problems.
Yeah.
Unsanitary conditions will really cause problems. So learning this system, I'm even going to write a little booklet about it, but learning this system could literally save your life in a collapse situation.
So like for a lot of you guys, let's say you're just living in suburbia, or you're living in an apartment or a condominium, and you guys are watching right now. I would get, what are the the shavings that you put, for your animals or whatever. What's that called? What is it called?
Pine shavings.
The pine, yeah. You know what I mean? What is it called?
Sawdust?
No,
I'm talking about pine shavings.
Yeah, the little pine shavings that you put with horses' stalls.
You can get it at the farm and home.
Yes, it comes in a big compressed cube. So if you got one of those and shoved it back somewhere in your house or in a garage or wherever, you could use that. And if you had a 5-gallon bucket, go get one of those little cheap plastic seats at like Walmart or wherever, toilet seat that fits on a 5-gallon bucket. And then that way you will have
scooper right off the bat.
Backup sewer.
Or you could get some 5-gallon buckets. Now listen, if you can't lift up stuff, you got to think about this stuff. A 5-gallon bucket's kind of heavy. So if you can't lift up a 5-gallon bucket, you maybe try to work out a little bit more, see if you can move up to a 5-gallon bucket. Otherwise, you're going to have half-gallon buckets, right? And you want to have several of those on standby by the bath, room. So that way, if you do go to the restroom in the city, if the power goes down and the plumbing goes down, if everything goes down, all you need is water in the top bowl and it will flush. Okay, so that will buy you some time. Some people, if they know things are getting ready to ramp up, maybe a tornado's coming into town, they start filling their tub up with water. Okay, don't forget your hot water heaters always got a bunch of water in it too on reserve. So there's a lot of different ways you guys can move around and get ready for stuff. And we've learned all this stuff because we've lived off grid for 14 years.
Right.
Because 14, 15, 16 years ago, we were just like you, living in the city, grinding out, eating processed food, being sick, being, a part of the system, almost falling for the big pharmas, but not really. And, we just kind of snapped out of it. But we didn't know how to do for ourselves. And that's what we like to teach people is how to do for yourself.
Yeah. And then on the toilet, just make sure, if you have the 5-gallon bucket. And here's another one. You were talking about if you had a 5-gallon bucket of water, if you have a bucket, and for you, what fills up the bucket when you're going to the bathroom is your urine.
Yeah, so, pee outside.
So here's your other option. Guys can all pee outside.
So
sometimes girls can pee outside, but you could just pee in a big wide mouth jar.
Show
and then you could even save that.
I get some views with that. Come on, let's go.
And for fertilizer, you can use it for fertilizer.
That's the best fertilizer. High good in nitrogen.
Yeah, so you have to dilute it though with some water. I did a video on it last year. But definitely, you could use a bucket. Like if you didn't have any way of having a toilet, or if it wasn't working for a long time, if you didn't pee in it that much, you really could use it for a long time.
Also, if you guys are going to do this system again, if we're back to not being able to lift up a heavy object, when you urinate with your bucket, it does make, weighs more. So it's a little harder to get it up over into the pile. Okay. So that's something to think about as well.
Yeah. But the urine, you're going to pee in it, but you don't have to pee in it as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And besides, you should be outside. Get outside. Natural plants are counting on you to be outside. We're giving away a sun oven during this video if you guys just showed up.
And everyone's very excited.
Get to the front of the video if you want to see what a sun oven is, but we are going to give one away during this video. My wife and I, we've lived off-grid for 14 years, no public utilities and no solar power up till just a few months ago. So if you've got questions, we've got answers. How to survive the coming apocalypse. And the chocolate tea is back in stock. And if you guys are not good at cooking from scratch, which is a huge problem for Americans, you should get Stacy's cookbook.
A lot of people have gotten it and they liked it. So
they love it. We sold them all over the whole world. They love it, but it's really good. That's why. But you
And
guys,
then,
we
you know
got
what
to
I
get back
did?
to cooking our own food and getting your food so local. Y'all should be finding local farmers with beef, with pigs, all this stuff, local.
Because we do really need to start supporting everyone around us in your little local community. And if you need to drive a little bit, there are so many of these local farmers. I'm noticing even out here that a lot of these places now are starting to start carrying local farmers meat, you know, in little stores, even stores that just sell produce and things. They're all carrying meat from local, you know, people around. So we need to start doing that and not putting all our money into these big businesses that are going to start to take over the
Cargill and all these
world.
people, you know, they're getting ready to inject. I got a video coming up. I'll probably start off the week with it. I'm gonna get trying to get back into my mojo, man. There's so much information and it's just making me like sometimes you can feel helpless, right? Like I'm trying to get the word out. I'm trying to sound the shofar on you guys, and it just seems like so much. But I got stories coming out about Cargill and these guys. It's bad news. So if you guys are getting your food at the store, try to start transitioning if you can. If not, I would just spend a little more money at the store buying a little bit better food if you can. You know what I mean? Like everything boils down to your budget and stuff. That's the thing about it. And that's why I try to explain to you guys these rich people can do all this stuff. They can afford everything. Somebody please hit the thumbs up. Okay, thank you. And we had 3,666. And I was like, oh my gosh, we can't have those numbers around here. All right.
Oh, Jill made a chocolate cake in her sun oven.
Yes, do not, you guys, if you get a sun oven, you know, the problem is with the sun oven, you don't see any fire and you don't see any heat. And, you know, you just think, oh yeah. And then you open that thing up after you've been cooking and like, it's almost like a natural thing. You just want to stick your hand in there and push, you know, open up the lid. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like
you need potholders.
You got to do it, man. You got to even wear the gloves if you have to. Yeah. But yeah, because you
will burn yourself.
She did it. Everyone does it. They always just be like, let me get that lid. Whoa, ah, oh, yeah, that's hot. So, yes, be very careful.
Oh, here, Horse Lady says, Grandpa said one day they're going to lock up the same people and let the nut go free.
They're doing it right now. They're doing it right now, y'all. President Trump is nothing but a political martyr. All this nonsense with him for 7 years now. Come on, you guys. If you can't figure this out. I have some stories coming up this week, too, about this transgender movement. It's going to be off the chain. It's almost too much. You know what I mean? Like I'm just telling you guys, this is the fight of our lives we are in. And no one really realizes it. They have everyone so bound up in the grind and so worried about talking politically correct or hurting someone's feelings. There's people even in the homestead community that refuse to talk about this stuff. And I know some that even want to be global citizens and they live in America. They want to be global citizens. It's just disgusting, you guys. They've done a number on us about our patriotism and our country and how we fought blood, sweat, and tears for all these years to get here. And oh my gosh, it's just terrible. Do I have to register for the giveaway tonight? No, the giveaway tonight is going to happen right here in the comment section.
Right now. Or not now, but tonight.
Don't listen to Stacy.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
And it's going to happen right here tonight as this thing is going on. As long as we can keep 10,000 people in here live with 5,862 thumbs up. But it will go down tonight. Someone in this live chat will get the All-American Son Oven. And I'm going to give it to whoever I want. Okay. So no sour grapes.
Jill says, Stacy, when do you make sourdough bread? When you make it, does the process take 2 to 3 days? Yes, it can. Because the longer it's going to ferment, it's going to eat more of the gluten too. But you could do it. Let's say you fed your starter maybe in the morning, and then later on in the day, you're going to go ahead and put the rest of your starter, you know, back in the refrigerator and use your cup or 3/4 of a cup, whatever you're going to use for your recipe. And then you're going to add all of your ingredients to it. And then it's going to go ahead and set maybe overnight. Then you could go ahead and bake it in the morning. You could do that. It just won't ferment quite as long. I usually like to let mine go 2 days. And you just, you know, every 6 hours, 8 hours, go ahead and you'll, you know, knead it a little bit more and then let it rise again. And so it'll go through maybe, you know, 3-4 rises, and then you'll go ahead and bake it. But it will work if you just feed it let it do it overnight, and then you can make it.
I can't help it, guys.
What?
Just feed it.
Feed it.
And feed it. And now you gotta do the knead it. You know you want that sourdough just right. You got to knead it all night.
Oh
just
my gosh.
Knead it.
You're like Weird Al. He needed to do that.
I can't help it. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get some of my moonshine. All right, we're giving away an All-American Sun Oven tonight. We're talking about living 14 years off-grid. We're giving away tips, tricks, and ideas, all for free. We have 1,500 videos that you guys should be sitting around binge watching, okay? And I'm trying to keep you guys up lately, socially, on what's going on, the destruction and called managed decline of America. They're going all in, and this transgender stuff is not, ooh, man, this is bad news. And the worst thing about it, I'm going to lay it down right now, the worst thing about it is that people are sacrificing their kids at the altar of Moloch, and they don't even know it. Sending their kids to public school. The American family is so checked out right now with involvement and managing and being a family, right? Everything goes. You guys are seeing these kids walking around, young 3, 4, 5-year-olds with glasses on already, screens in their face. This is the big setup, man. No one's paying attention. Ooh, it's going to come down so hard and heavy. Do you raise guineas, and are they good meat birds or egg layers?
Okay. I love guineas more than anything. They're like my favorite. I love them. They are so much fun. And this year I have all 4 kinds. I only thought that there was 3 kinds.
Mm-hmm.
There's the pearl, which are the black and white ones. Then you have the white ones. There's solid white. And then you have the lavender ones, and they look kind of, where the sun shines on them, they kind of look like a lavender color. It's kind of like a grayish color. And then I got one last year that popped out, and it was kind of purpley looking. Mm-hmm. And I looked it up, and there's a one called royal purple. Mm-hmm. So I have one that's a royal purple. So I have 4. They're great for your ticks, bugs, snakes. They are the farmer's watchdog. So if anything out of the ordinary comes on your property, they will go crazy. They do take a little efforts to get them when they're young, to train them to go into the chicken coop. I train them to go in the chicken coop because most people get frustrated with them because they'll go out in the trees and they end up getting eaten. So you need to take a little time. They like, to eat food like millet. Like if you get some millet from the feed store.
That helps train them.
They do like millet, or they'll eat regular seeds. They like my sunflower seeds or, whatever grains and things I have, and they'll come in and you just train them. And the good thing is, once I train them in the beginning, I always have ones that know what to do. So the younger ones will follow the older ones. So I don't really have any problems training them. But in the beginning, they'd get on top of the roof. I'd have to get a stick to get them down. You need to be there a little bit to try to get them in when the sun goes down, just to start training them. And they're wonderful. And they're just so entertaining to watch. And I just love them to death.
America needs to get back to being a constitutional republic. And that's a fact. See, that's the reason why they always keep calling us a democracy. Don't you understand how the talking heads are always on the TV talking about a democracy? It's a threat to democracy. That's one of the first hinge pins of taking down a country, right? Well, our country, because we're not a democracy. See, a democracy is mob rules, and our founding fathers knew that. So when they set up this stuff, that we're a constitutional republic. Man, people don't know that because they don't teach this stuff in school anymore, y'all. That's why they got away from actually teaching stuff. Now it's all social engineering. That's why we better hurry up and get woke up. Because they're stealing your kids, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It is really bad. Spend 5 seconds on TikTok and you can see they're just erasing women, degrading women. They have these girls thinking now all they got to do is shake their business and twerk around, and that's going to make them money on social media. It's disgusting. I saw the one person, she takes pictures of her feet, and she sells pictures of her feet, and her boyfriend said, like somebody stopped him on the street or something, and he said, what don't you like about your girlfriend? And he says, well, I don't like the fact that she sells pictures of her feet. And she laughs, oh, yeah, well, I bought this bag and I bought this thing and I bought him an Apple, whatever it is, pad or whatever. And then she goes, well, what don't you like about him? And she said, well, I don't like that I make more money than him. I mean, I'm just telling you guys, man. Ooh.
All right, I don't know who it was. Someone was talking about your beets. How long when you know when they're ready, when you plant them.
She said no.
The beets.
You're something else.
Beets, the one thing with beets is you can leave them in a long, long time. Like if you want to eat them right away, pull them, maybe the actual beet root is going to be smaller, and then you have the greens. The first thing that's going to come up are the greens. So I'm always excited for that because the greens are very good for you. So I just go ahead and cut or I'll pull a few of the green tops off and I'll put them in my salad. Or if you want to saute them with something, and then you wait until the beets get to the size that you want, and then you can pull them out and you can use them.
And beet greens are awesome, man.
So
you guys can
good.
eat
High
those
in
all year
potassium.
long. All this food is around you. A lot of people don't even know you can eat the beet greens, y'all, and the spinach greens and the sweet potato greens.
So beets are really just a nice and it's so good because they're red and your blood is red. It's good for your blood. It helps with your endurance. It's just really, the beets are so good for you.
And when you cut them open, what do they look like?
They're different. There's different colors. What do you mean look like?
Well, isn't there like a pattern? Isn't there like, because they say like if you cut open a carrot, it looks like an eye.
No.
You said the beet's red, so that's why it's good for your blood.
But
what's the thing that looks like the lung?
Yeah, well, you can even a walnut looks like your lung too.
What's the plant that looks like the lung?
I can't remember what one you're talking about.
Not the big leaf.
Mullein.
Mullein looks like, and it's good for your lung, right?
So yeah, beets come in lots of varieties. If you don't like the red, like the Detroit red or the really dark purple ones, because they do have earthier taste. There's the golden beets that aren't as earthy. There's one I don't know if I say it right. Chioggia. It looks like a peppermint candy. It's red and white, kind of circular inside, and it's beautiful. So there's a lot of different varieties. So just try it, and that's a little bit more mild too, I would say. And they're all a lot of fun. I love beets. They're wonderful fermented.
Now they're trying to vaccinate salmon, wild caught. I mean, y'all, this is off the chain, y'all. It's off the chain. And everyone's just standing around like everyone is powerless, it seems like, right? Like the congressman. Look at Manchin on TV. Did anyone watch the TV today and see Manchin on there? What a sorry person, right? Manchin, if you don't remember, Senator Manchin from West Virginia, the coal state of the country, right? Good old boy over there, right? Was the last person. He was the only holdout. Without him, they could not pass that big old stimulus, nasty train wreck bill that they passed. He was the last holdout. Without him, it could not pass. And he did it at the midnight hour. And now he's making the Sunday TV circuit today, talking about how they're not following the law that they passed, and he can't believe it.
Okay, Layla was talking about
setup, y'all.
She lived in Finland for 8 months, and she dried her clothes on a clothesline and had to really plan it out so she would have clean underwear and not wear wet underwear. She got a plan. So that's another thing. We've been living off grid for 14 years because, and for a lot of you guys, if you're cooking from scratch too, we need to start. We've gotten into this society that you have to have everything quick.
Yes.
But in order for you to do things, you need to plan ahead. You need to know, like for Doug and I, if we look ahead and we know it's going to be snowing or it's going to be a storm or raining and there's no wood in here, I need to make sure that I have my wood inside. You got to plan ahead. Same thing for the sourdough bread. You got to think, okay, I need to make bread, but I need to let it ferment a day or two. I got to figure out my time. So all these little things, it helps you. You really have to think about a lot of this stuff so that you can. 5% battery.
What?
We don't want to lose you guys. He's got to plug you in. So we just have to plan ahead. So if a lot of these things that we're doing, you just can't expect it to be good, right?
Hang in there, y'all. I don't want to lose you. Then you'll be like, oh, Doug let the live show die because he didn't want to give away the sun oven. Man, I'm glad you saw that.
I did. I saw it. Now it turned.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's kind of dark now. Can you still see it? Wait, is it plugged in? It doesn't look like it did anything.
It's fine.
Can you guys see us?
Yeah.
Does it look darker?
No.
It looks darker. I think you need to move it over a little bit.
Can't move it. That's all we got.
Okay.
Looks pretty good, see? It was fabulous, darling.
Okay, good. All right, good. So just, you got to plan ahead and know if you're doing things. Same thing for laundry. I know for me, I got to look and see how's the weather going to be. Or I'm like, oh, it's going to be a real windy day. My clothes will dry really quick. This wind that we've been having, clothes dry really, really quick. So it works out good. So you just have to kind of look ahead, plan things. We are part of nature. Outside, you just got to kind of see what's going on. And it really helps us, like for us, for kindling. I'll make sure, like, oh, it hasn't rained in a few days. I'll go get a bunch of kindling.
Minnesota had a train derailment with toxic chemicals. There was another one in California, another one over here, another one over there. I told you guys we got a story coming up about the railroad, man. We just did something we've never done in American history with the railroad. Leave it in the comments if you know what it is, but I'll tell you what it is coming up. It's simply amazing to me. This is all on our watch, man, especially like this, all these kids get a trophy, all that stuff. The chicken is coming home to roost. Remember all that stuff? Here we go. I would love to receive the sun oven. I know you would.
Lots of people would.
Everybody would. Don't be sorry if you don't. I'm giving it away to somebody. Somebody is going to get that sun oven. And they're going to be in this box right here, the live chat box. That's where it's coming from tonight, the live chat box. So I hope someone's here that I'm looking for. No. All right. Plan ahead. Charge that phone.
Yeah, see, he wasn't planning ahead.
Oh, come on now. Actually, I was going to plug it in when we first started. I totally spaced it. I was so excited about getting going. All this stuff's going on. We want to talk about living off grid for 14 years, all the things that we've learned. So if you guys have questions about that, please answer them because this information is priceless. You could really have to lean on this information sooner than you know.
Yep.
Trust me.
So true.
And chocolate tea is back in stock, in case you're wondering. Stacy's books are all in stock. The booklet is in stock. Stacy's almost done with her thing. We're going to start pre-sales in 1 week.
I better get
She didn't know I was going to say that.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm starting pre-sales.
Yeah. No, I'm getting closer.
Yes.
So
by the time we go to the Eustace Conway thing, we're going to have pre-sales underway. That way we know how many books to order. But we're going to Eustace Conway's place at Turtle Island. If you guys have not gotten your ticket to the Turtle Island Preserve at Eustace Conway for our workshop, where you can learn how to do fermenting or maybe build a chicken coop with me, portable one. You can get your tickets at offgridwithdougandstacy.com and the events tab. Also, don't respond to anything down in the comments section, y'all. We will never ask you to go to Telegram or to go anywhere else. And we will definitely never, ever, ever ask you for money. Ever. Never send us money. Never listen to any clown trying to say they're us, trying to get you to send us money. We like to send out money. We do not ask you for money. Right now, we're taking advantage of the ABC social medias, and they're sending us money, and then we're using it to better our lives and to help better your lives. That's how it's all going down. In case you're wondering, where do they get this money? How do they do that? Just for posting these videos, and because you watch and you give a thumbs up and you share it with your friends, and we get the word out, and they're actually paying me to get the word out about all this stuff going on in our country. That's what I love. And that's why we don't ask you guys for a dime. That's why even during our live show, we don't even have the chat where you can pay for the chat. It's just not how we roll.
So Tina built raised beds last week per your video.
Go Tina.
Coming this
Go
week.
Tina. Go. Don't forget your hardware cloth at the bottom.
Yeah, you need to put some at the bottom. You don't want those little moles coming up and getting you.
Yep.
And then I've been out working in the garden trying to mix
I drink a full jug of water every single day.
And just remember, you guys don't want to drink too much. Everyone's different sizes. Everyone does different things.
Dope's a big boy.
Some people sweat more if it's a hot day. You got to look and see. Don't drink the water. Go, 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 go. Put it in your mouth. Let your saliva get to it. Then swallow it. Drinking, little at a time is the best way because that way your body will keep it. And then when you add your salt to it, like if you put a pinch of salt or do the Soleil to it, when you do first thing in the morning, that's going to help hydrate your cells too. So just don't drink it all at one time. That's because you want your pee to be very light yellow, and then you're getting the proper amount of water. If you have very golden yellow, then you're getting dehydrated.
And if you're just showing up, we're giving away an All-American Sun Oven during this broadcast. As long as we get 10,000 people and 18,000 thumbs up and 2,464 new subscribers. But during this video, out of this chat box, we're going to give away an All-American Sun Oven tonight. And we're talking about living off-grid. What?
So Eric says, you're singing. Have you been eating the mushrooms out of the cow pasture again?
No, but when I was a kid, I was growing up, and there was this kid, dude named Raymond, and he came from the United Kingdom, right? He lived in Wales, and he was a black dude, and he was really kind of skinny, and we would ride bikes all over the place and hang out. But he would tell me, as a matter of fact, he had an Impala one time, and to drive the car, you youngsters don't know about carburetors, but we had carburetor, and we had a string that went out the window, and he would have his hand out the window, and we would pull the string to pull the carburetor open to give it gas, because the throttle cable was busted to the fuel line down to the floor where you put your foot. So we were running the car with the but anyways, he would tell me stories about eating the magic mushrooms out there on the fields. Like, they would just go out there, and it's just natural, from God and everything. And they would flip open these patties, and they would eat the mushrooms, and they would lay on the hills and look at the clouds and all this stuff. I never had it myself, but I listened to his stories.
Oh, A said the Tulip Festival in Pala, Iowa is awesome. Be sure to get some Dutch letters while you are there. Yum.
I don't even have a normal oven. Man, that's terrible. Well,
maybe you need
that sun oven, the All-American Sun Oven. If you go to their website that I'm leaving this here, and you click the link and everything, they even have layaway, y'all. So you can actually put it away on some layaway, and then by the time it really ramps up this summer, June, July, maybe August, if you're, really kind of budgeting and stuff, you could pay it off and then have it delivered to your house. So that's kind of cool too, that they started doing that for you guys. We were getting a lot of requests for that, and they worked that out for you guys to actually do a little layaway with them too. So some of you young folks don't know about layaway.
Yeah, they don't really do that hardly.
No, man. That's the old folks' way we used to buy stuff. No interest rates or anything. You just gave them a little bit of money, and when you paid it off, they'd send it to you. Just made it home from work, listening to Doug and Stacy the whole way home. Jessica Manchester.
Cool. Do soap nuts grow on trees? Yes, they do.
Well, sure.
It's from a soap nut tree.
All right, so we're talking about living 14 years off grid, and we're going to help you survive the coming apocalypse, y'all. The dollar, this stuff could really tank bad and fast. If you guys are watching all this stuff, by the way, it is the design and the plan. In case you didn't know, your life's been run by central planners ever since you were young. And ever since the 30s and 40s, it got pretty bad. The 70s, it really got bad because we got rid of the gold standard. And 2014 was a huge turning point. And if you guys can think back to who was president in 2014, and when I start dropping this news on you this week with all this transgender stuff, and it started when? What year? There's no coincidences.
All right, Heidi says, do I trust ingesting sovereign silver regularly? Why would you do that because if you look at things, when we have our remedies, natural remedies and things like that, you use them when you need them. You don't want to use them all the time, because just like anything else, your body gets used to it. You don't need to. I would not be doing it every day.
And then when you want to do it, just like with, the antibiotics now that they're overprescribing, right? When you really need them for your body, you built up all this immune against it.
Yeah. So just look at anything that we talk about, you read about, or, these things are not meant to be doing all the time and all the time, Even a lot of people that take supplementation and take supplements daily, it's just like going to church. Take a day off. It's okay, And we talk about eating a varied diet. Don't eat. Was it a few weeks ago? I had read 15, the amount of foods that people eat on like a daily basis within, what they eat. It's only 15 types of foods. And look at all the foods out there. So all of us are just eating the same thing. So you're getting used to eating the same, vitamins and minerals all the time when we need that varied diet. So eat according to the season, maybe delve out a little bit more and try some new things. And that doesn't necessarily mean, if you make fire cider or you're doing this, you don't necessarily have to do it every day. And for like Doug and I in the winter months, we're not getting as much sunlight because it's much farther away. I'm going to do some of these things a little bit more in the months when I'm not getting as much sun. I'll watch, or if I'm not getting sleep, or if you're getting run down, that's possibly something you might want to do it for. But, just remember, you don't have to do all this stuff. And because some people get overwhelmed, it's like, well, I got to do this, 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 this. And I know a lot of people get total anal, with, well, I have to have a smoothie and I got to put this in it. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. What are you smiling at?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, so what are you laughing at?
Nothing.
He's going to get it.
Thumbs up on that word.
On what word?
Go on.
So just, everything in moderation is pretty good. Just don't go crazy, guys.
Christina Cook, it was no joke. You couldn't hardly wrap your mind around it, right? And they got Michael Obama's registration card, always registered to vote, right? And then you started hearing that stuff and you were thinking, man, this is so off the chain, but now it all makes perfect sense. And even in Barack's book, right, he brags about this activity, these, encounters in the car and all this stuff. This is no joke, man. The chicken has come home to roost. We got to pass the bill before we know what's in it. And we have been set up. This is big time. And we're all watching it real time. I can't even believe it. But we are going to give away a sun oven during this video tonight because we do want to help you move your needle and prepare you for the upcoming apocalypse, which, I don't know how it looks or what it's going to look like. They have to transition us. It has to get rough for a while, so you beg for the CBCD.
Some people don't know what that means.
It's the central bank digital currency, CBDC, and they're trying to roll it out. You can go to their website right now, fed.gov or whatever, FedPay, whatever. It's all out there for your. It's all being set up right now. All the websites, all the activities. There's going to be a retail side, a wholesale side. You're gonna have to participate some. But it's going to be up to you how much you participate. For us, it'll be very minimal to the least we can, if at all, really. We're going to see how it shakes loose. And a lot of it has to do with us just saying no thank you. But I don't know if we got that. America, I don't think, has that no more, that gumption. And if somebody cut off the phone, somebody said, what if they cut off the cell phones? It's game over. I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully your militias and people in your state that are really serious about this stuff already have, stuff in program to help each state independently survive what's going to happen. But yeah, if the radios and the phones go out, it's going to be, even ham radios are nothing. They're so small, people use that stuff. It's not going to do nothing for you. There's going to be people on there, but so it's just going to be, it's going to be something. Stacy, where do you buy your new cast iron pan? We get our cast iron just at Lodge Cast Iron.
Yeah, and I just got.
They're made in America.
I just got
100-year-old company.
I got a really cool one. I just got a new one. I got a Pampered Chef.
Thanks, Stephanie. She really loves it.
Love it. Yes, I got a Dutch oven. I love it very much so because it's got these handles on the side, so you can pick it up easier. And there's a hole in it, and I can hang it up above my stove. I love it.
Helen, they won't ship the sun oven to Australia. They've, tried to get this stuff overseas, but it's so off the chain. They tried to find a distributor there. It's just been crazy. We tried to get that sun oven all over the place. I've been working with the sun oven folks for quite a while. And so I know a lot of their story. And man, they really try to get some stuff going on over there. Then they got to send them over by the pallets. There's just a lot to it. So I'm sorry about that. But all you Americans can get it. See there, you live in the greatest country on earth.
Yeah, and then we're supposed to be having some more storms again.
Yes, you can use cast iron in the sun oven. Any black pans are the best because they suck in the heat.
The only thing that you cannot use in the sun oven is like stainless steel because it'll reflect the sun back. But you could use glass. You could use, and anything else will work fine pretty much in there.
People with mortgages are going to get sucked right into the digital currency program. What they're going to do is raise your interest rates up too, right? So anybody that's on an ARM is going to get crushed. And then they're going to just start, finding reasons why you can't afford your house, man. You guys won't be able to afford some fixes or, something, and then they're just going to keep gobbling up the houses that way. All the pressure on the interest rates, the Fed knows causes problem in the bond market, which they know all the banks are heavy in. So all you can see is this is all orchestrated. The only reason why we have monetary problems is because they're sending planes of money over to Ukraine, as President Biden said, so they could fund Ukrainians' retirement plans. He said it right with his own mouth, right to your face, as they steal your money with the threat of a cage, right? You know, until the 1930s, y'all. Wake up, shh, wake up, wake up. Let's wake up tonight. Did you know until the 1930s we paid this much in taxes in America? Federal and state and personal property. Until the 1930s. Now we've done so much taxes, and we've created the largest surveillance and meddlers on the planet Earth with our government. All right. Would you give away?
Wait. Oh, go ahead. We were talking about living 14 years off grid.
14
right?
years off grid.
So we talked about the toilet for some of you guys.
Yes,
that you
we
could
did.
get the bag of the bedding
toilet
stuff,
seat, you get the pine shavings for emergency setup.
And then you can cover it once you go. So what about like showering and all these other different things? I mean, what are you guys going to do?
You can get a shower bag for camping. You know, they sell those, and you can hang it up in your tree in your backyard, and it'll get hot just from sitting out in the sun. That'll give you a way to do it.
Or put a 5-gallon bucket.
We tried all these ways, by the way.
5-gallon bucket, drill some holes in the bottom, pour your water in it, and go underneath it. I mean, you have a timed shower, of course, but it works. We did 1-gallon jugs that I would pour over him. He'd pour over me. You can sit in a tub, get an old lick tub or something. You can make it into your bathtub. I mean, there's lots of ways of getting around it. And just as long as you have ways of having your water, like your hot water heater or whatever, if you need water.
So our hot water heater at first was our wood cook stove. We would just get there's a large pot of water on there right now that we would just heat up, and that would be the water that we use for the bath and stuff. And then I built an awesome outdoor shower, which we have a whole playlist on, step by step by step, where we collect the rainwater and we gravity feed it to an awesome shower that's all set up outside. We shower under the stars, and we take cold showers and stuff like that. And now, you know, the last couple of years, I've set up a hot water shower in the learning center next door where we have our solar power, and that's wood-fired heat water, and it works like a bomb.
And I have to tell you, I love it in the middle of summer when it, on hot days and stuff. I love, it'll be like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night sometimes, and I'll take a shower on a hot day because it'll cool you off. I love going out and taking a shower under the stars. Mm-hmm. It's so cool. I just love it. So if you have never done it and that's something that you want to try sometimes, maybe try making an outside shower because it is pretty neat. And then Teresa said she made ghee today. The dog didn't like it. She skimmed the stuff off the top like Molly did. Well, I'll tell you what happened, what Molly did, the little stinker. I made 4 pounds of ghee yesterday, and I had the bottom part.
Tray at?
Yeah, where is it?
She stashed it over there.
I'll tell you what Molly did.
Molly jumped up. Was it on the table or the chair? It was on the table.
No,
she jumped up on the chair onto the table, which she never does that, ever.
She likes to do that.
Ever.
So look at that. She
licked up that whole half.
And then there was a bunch of ghee on top because I didn't have a jar small enough. I was going to do it later. And I had just we cleaned the whole inside here, the walls and everything. So all over the walls, there was things of ghee all over the chairs, all over this table. She drank all that. So I had to fast her this morning because I thought, oh gosh, she got so much. So those dogs can get you sometimes, can't they?
Listen, if you guys are going to ferment, which is our method of choice for preserving the food from our garden, ferments last 6 months to a year, even sauerkraut or anything. No refrigeration, just in a cool, dark spot. Hold on.
Let's talk. Fruit ferments don't go as long, 2 to 3 months for them.
Right. We're talking about sauerkraut, carrots, all that kind of stuff, right? Nothing special, basic ferments, all your good ferments for your veggies. 6 months to a year, no refrigeration, cool, dark spot. So a closet, any room that doesn't get direct sun on the wall, an interior space, you know what I'm saying? This is how the Egyptians and stuff and biblical stuff way back, this is how they preserve their food for thousands of years, right? Refrigeration's only For us, a couple of years old. But for Americans, even, it's only 100 years. You know what I mean?
Oh, Becky's, I am wearing one of our shirts. What do you think? This is the old one.
Yes, get your
This is-
shirt.
I like
Those are
this
going to
one.
disappear. If you guys have not got one of our old shirts or any of our old shirts, how about I Do Not Cower Well? That's a shirt that we sell too. You can get that at Off Grid with Doug and Stacy on the shop tab. Those shirts are all going to disappear. So if you want to get one of our old G shirts, we're probably going to be switching companies, coming out with all new stuff. So if you want to get one of our old shirts, and that I Do Not Cower Well shirt is a very good shirt.
And
A lot of people get that shirt.
Ashley wants to know how to get the fish smell off your hands after cleaning
Wash 'em.
fish. No, it doesn't work. Lemon juice works really good.
Yeah, lemon juice.
I just buy, you could even just get the cheaper kind of lemon juice and just use that on your hands when you're doing fish, and it works really good. Lemon juice does. Let's see. Yeah, make sure you guys are putting it in all caps so we can read it.
So all caps will get your question read, and we're giving away a sun oven. And if you're new around here, my wife and I, we live in this log cabin that we built ourselves, basically like the pioneers in the 21st century, where we grow 90% of our own food. We live 100% off rainwater. We're for God and country. So if you're a globalist or you want to be a global citizen, this is not the channel for you. And if you don't like straight talk and straight shooters, this is not the channel for you. Right? If you like itchy ears, this is not the channel for you. Right? But if you're into learning how to do for yourself, and if you just want some straight talk for once, this is the channel for you.
Okay, so we also have been living, we're talking about living off
Yes.
grid for 14 years.
Yes.
So the other thing, especially when we first got started too, it really teaches you to live with less, and to repurpose a lot of things. And it really helped because I was, when we were living in the city, I would, get this gadget for this and this gadget for that and this this for this and this, and you'd have a million things, and then you have all this stuff. And then you go to move and it's like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? And I never even use this gadget or that gadget. And I got to the point when we moved here, because we didn't have any room hardly, I only need a few things. I don't need like 1,000 spoons, or I don't need 1,000,000 pots. I have different size pots for everything that I do, except for my new Pampered Chef pot, because I didn't have a nice Dutch oven like that one. And it just really helped us to, not have so many tools for things, like, well, the sun oven, I use that for, on my cooking, and I have a mortar and pestle that I use for a lot of different things. I have different tools that I have, and then I have this hand chopper that I use. So in the kitchen, I have certain things that I like, and I've noticed over time, you maybe acquire things and get things, and it's like, for a lot of you guys at your house, you have all these things. Do you use them all the time? I mean, seriously.
If you don't touch it within like 30 days or 60 days, get rid of it. I use no beard oil at all. And if you're baking bread in the sun oven, it's about the same time as the oven. But if you let it go longer, it's not a big deal unless you let it go too long. But like if you let it go an extra hour or something, it's going to be just fine. And it depends on the sun outside, how direct it is and how hot it is. But it's about all the same cooking times as your regular oven.
And you can, the one thing with when you make bread, here's just a little spoiler here. When you make bread, it's not going to really brown.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you can get a little squirt bottle of water and just squirt the top with water, and it'll brown.
And we have some great videos on using the sun oven. If you want to look at it before you purchase it, through our discounted link that I keep leaving in the comment section on the chat, plus I'll leave it in the comments underneath this video, or you can go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com and hit the shop tab. It's up in the right hand corner, or if you're on the laptop, it's a bar that says all the different tabs, and then just hit the shop tab, scroll down till you see the sun oven next to the cabin, and click that link, and that'll take you there. You get a discount, you get some extra stuff. Stacy has a little cookbook in there for cooking with the sun oven. And it's just a fantastic prep to have, especially if the electricity goes down or anything that's going on. There's no smoke, so you won't give away your location. There's no smell. It's easy to use, and as long as you can see your shadow, you can cook with it. It packs away in a little briefcase. It's right over here. Here, hand it to me for the people that showed up late. So this is kind of what it looks like. We'll just give you a quick rundown.
And it's dirty, excuse me.
Yes, this is
It's
old.
been
This
sitting-
is years old outside.
Well, but it's dirty because it's been sitting outside in our outside
Outside.
kitchen all winter, and I
This
haven't
is a
used
big
it yet.
stainless steel reflector that opens up. It sucks the heat into the box. There's a glass lid. It dehydrates. You know, it purifies water. It really is a humdinger. You can cook 2 meals at once. You can probably cook a week's worth of food in that thing, and then bag it all up and put it in the freezer.
Oh, sure. You can make rice in it.
You
can
won't
put
heat
baked
up your
potatoes in
house.
it. You just put up your potato, like a potato, just stick it in there. If you had corn on the cob on the husk, stick it in there. I like to make
No,
hard-boiled
it's great
eggs.
for dehydrating. What you do is the pins that close the lid, you turn those in, and then you set the lid on top of it.
So a little
So it
air
leaves
can
a
get
little
in there.
crack,
Yeah.
and it dehydrates like a boss. It
Yeah.
even comes with dehydrating racks. Yeah. How do you... Oops. You guys are moving fast. Can you use the sun oven in the winter? Yes, as long as you can see your shadow, you can use the sun oven.
The only thing is in the
And it makes great
great one.
hard-boiled eggs.
And the sun oven in the winter, depending how the sun is, you would turn it
Upside
like down like a TV more.
Yeah.
You would turn it more, but because
No, you actually flip the whole box
Right.
upside down.
right, not up.
Up on Stacy's eye.
It's much better. I hardly see any floaters now, so that's good. It healed very quickly. So it'll be, was it Monday?
There's all kinds of, yeah, there's all kinds of holster brands. I don't know. I keep trying to find some. This one is,
You like this one the best.
so far it's all right. It's clip and carry. I mean, I don't know. It's weird for me because I wear the suspenders. I don't have a belt, so it's a little more challenging, right? But this one seems to work okay, but there's a lot of different ones. And that's a Springfield XP 45. I'm a 45 guy. I got some 9mm stuff. Stacy has some 9mm stuff. There's a Henry right there, a 22. You guys
Mine's
should
turquoise.
be very proficient in your firearms. Please start practicing, learning your firearms. Police are only there to do paperwork, right? I mean, it's just that serious. And watch out for your transitional spaces. Stacy, what do you do for a dog throwing up? It depends on why. Like, why is the dog throwing up?
So look at the throw up. Sometimes, like let's say a dog innate or notorious for eating stuff. If they had a bone or a rock or who knows that it can't get through to go into the small intestines, they'll throw it up, which is good. So if it's just like a one-time thing, you need to watch them and see how they're acting. Like for me, I fasted Molly this morning because she ate all that ghee. So later today, you said that your dog threw up. Molly threw up, and she didn't have much to throw up because I think she was probably really hungry. So I went ahead and I fed her, so I knew there wasn't anything wrong. And sometimes the other day she threw up because she ate a rock, because a rock's not going to go through digestive tract. So I've had so many problems with dogs, and if they eat something bad, give them hydrogen peroxide. Like one time we had a dog that ate a whole box of chocolate. So it's like things like that. You just got to see, what's up. Like, is it something that they're doing all the time? Maybe you need to change their diet.
Or maybe they're getting into something, and that something is keeping them to throw up.
See, dogs are cool like that. If they eat something bad, because they can eat some rancid stuff. They're pretty tough. And if it's bad, they'll throw it up, and then they'll be fine. So I would just, watch them or see what they threw up. I mean, sometimes you'll get some gnarly stuff in there.
Somebody asked, how do we keep the hawks away? We keep Molly outside, right? So we have Molly outside who watches the skies and chases hawks and eagles.
And the guineas,
we have bald
too.
eagles. She chases them away, literally, the turkey vultures, all that. Then we have the guineas, whack, 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 whack. Then we also have the roosters because they go on alert, and then the hens know, so everyone runs back to the coop. It's like this big alert system, like everybody's watching out for everybody.
And then, I mean, sometimes if you have them out there, I mean, you might have, people get them taken,
and don't have trees right over the top of your stuff, right? Like if you guys watch our stuff, our chicken coop area has no trees around it. That's just providing place for them to hang out and swoop down on your stuff. So we're out in the open over there, and we keep the woods over this way, right? And
that does make a difference because, we got owls and stuff back there.
Yeah, we saw, you guys, I did a short where the owls were trying to line up the chickens when the sun was going down. Yeah. Okay, so how do we keep the log cabin cool? So here's the trick. First off, our log cabin is facing south, okay? So we get the natural heat from that. We keep there's shade over the porch to keep the window on the south shaded. Okay. We have the good ceiling upstairs. We spent time on ventilation, on thermal transfer, and all that stuff. Okay. And we did videos on how to do that.
Talk about what that's called so people know.
Doesn't matter. Go watch the videos. But
what's the video called?
It doesn't matter. But the point of everything here is in the morning, okay, we leave the windows open at night because it gets as cool overnight as it's going to get. Okay. Then in the morning we wake up, we shut all the windows. We shut all the windows. We pull all the blinds. No sun comes in. And then it stays pretty good in here till about 2 o'clock-ish, like 1:30 to 2:30. Even if it's really hot, then you got to kind of open the windows a little bit, get a little air in here. Sometimes it gets a little rough. And then you start the process all over again.
And then at nighttime it cools off.
You have to keep
on the really hot
windows.
days, about 11 o'clock or so, but it'll get cooler.
Mentally during the day, you think you want to open the windows, and you don't want to open the windows. You want to keep them closed, so you're keeping that cooler air in the house.
The blinds down.
And the logs, I will tell you, that it really holds in the coolness. Like you'll come in here sometimes and you'll be like, man, it does feel like air conditioning's on in here. And we've learned over the years also, like I say, how to work the blinds, how to keep the windows closed. That's because we work with.
So first thing in the morning, it's cool in the morning, and the sun will be coming right in the windows. You don't want that. You want the blinds closed immediately.
And we got good blinds, right? Like you see, we have the big wood blinds, the thick ones, right? Don't get any kind of chimney chang blinds because they're just going to allow all that heat to penetrate right in here.
So Brian wants to know if I make bread. If so, what do you use? My favorite flour to use is einkorn.
Einkorn, spell it.
EINKORN. It is wonderful. It's like the original, wheat. It's got a lower gluten profile, I guess, and it's easier to digest. They say it was the wheat of the Bible. It's never been hybridized like all these modern wheats, which are harder for our bodies to identify and process. So I really like the einkorn flour. It has a wonderful nutty flavor. It makes great pancakes, breads, anything like that. And it's true. Doug and I don't eat a whole lot of bread. But when I do, that is my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you having the ham radio. That's going to be fine, but it's such a small amount of people that use that stuff. I mean, very small amount of people. Right. So that's, it's not going to be a great way for communication, but if your family does it, it's going to be a great way to talk to your family.
Or the people around.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not going to be like a heavy duty, regular folks aren't going to be leaning on it for contacting grandma. Where do you get the SCOBY to start a kombucha? You can make your own. Just go get the non-flavored kombucha from the store and you can start from there.
That's one way. If you can't find that, you can order them from Kombucha Camp. There's some other ones. You can say, where can I go online and say, where can I order SCOBY? And then a lot of them are dehydrated, or some of them you can get them with the liquid. If you know anyone that's a friend that can send you one, you can do it that way too. But yeah, I did a video on how to make it from scratch. Do you remember the name of it?
Good night, Scott.
Do you know the name of that video with the
kombucha? How to make kombucha.
Yeah,
from scratch.
Yeah, I did do a video on that. So.
Yeah, you can get einkorn through Azure. You can get it through anywhere. Google is your friend. Probably your local store will have it too. Healthy kind of more place. We're giving away a sun oven tonight, so don't go anywhere. We've been here for 82 minutes. Are you serious?
Well, normally we go 90, so we have a few more minutes we can go. So that's okay. So you're going to have to be giving it away soon.
No, we did not have kids when we started. All of our kids were grown, but we wish we did. Shame on us.
Oh my gosh, what a life for a kid.
Shame on us.
Shame on us.
Because we did not do it sooner. That's one of our regrets. Satellite phone. If you're not going to have satellite phone here, you're not going to have satellite phone there probably. And if you do that, they're just going to listen to you anyways. Goes by fast when you're having fun, baby. It goes by fast when you're waiting on that sun oven.
Too. When we had the big tornadoes and hail here, a lot of people had hail damage all over. No bad damage.
I know, but we had hail.
I saw the end of the rainbow We had a double rainbow, and I saw the end of it. I was so excited. It looked crazy. It was all down the road. It was on the road into the cornfield, and it just looked like a rainbow on the road. It was really cool. So it was very interesting. Has anyone else seen a rainbow at the end? But I was telling everyone I didn't see the pot of gold. Oh, and then the 14 years living off grid too. We need to talk a little bit more real quick. So the other thing that I think is important for all of us to, go and this, and I really delved into this a lot because I was lucky. I had a woman who lived around the corner who was a back to lander from the 1970s, and she was doing all this. And she taught me kind of how to forage. So that kind of got me really going and starting to learn so much more. But honestly, you could walk right outside your door and you have all this free food, just as long as it hasn't been sprayed with chemicals. But there's so much. So take a class, get some books on foraging, start, going to conferences, and you can be learning it. Like Doug and I, we'll have foraging walks at our conference at the Oklahoma, at the Okie Expo, Homestead Expo. So there's, herbalists, and kind of get used to a lot of these plants around us that when you walk out in your yard and you're like, oh, that's a weed, that's a weed. These things are so wonderful. They're basically wild herbs. I mean, they're there. God put them there to help us. So
every seed bearing plant shall be the food for you, and it's your medicine.
Right. So, foraging.
Y'all, they are trying to straight take us to the all unnatural world. They say it to your face. They're telling you they want to take you to a alternative world, a fake world. They're trying to overlay it over our thing. They're trying to blur the lines between male and female. They're trying to turn kids off from having children. They're trying to stop kids from getting married. They're showing them there's no value in that. Wow.
Oh, Homestead wants to know, what do I use to make my own deodorant?
Well, one thing you can do is eat better, because if you eat better, you don't stink as much. And we've learned that firsthand here.
So,
it's the truth. Tell them now. At least tell them about it.
Well, the thing is sometimes you do stink a little bit sometimes. Yep. And if you eat a lot of garlic and onions, you will a little bit.
Versus when we ate the processed food and stuff. Come on.
That you're eating a good, clean diet makes a difference.
Huge difference.
But for deodorant, I did a video on pit paste. So you can look that up if you want it into a paste. But my favorite way for deodorant is I have a little container of baking soda, the Bob's Red Mill baking soda. And then I find the regular Arm & Hammer one is very much harsher. The Bob's Red Mill I like it a lot better. So I use the Bob's Red Mill, and then I have a container that has some coconut oil in it. All I do is I put a little bit of the coconut oil on my fingers, and then I sprinkle some of the baking soda on there, and I rub it, and I just rub it really good under my arms. I always tell people, if I was like stinking so horribly, horribly bad and I put that on, the smell goes away instantly. It's crazy. So that is my favorite way to use deodorant. Now, Doug Harley doesn't. He may, if he needs to, he'll put a little baking soda underneath there. But baking soda by itself,
I ain't afraid to smell like no man.
Could be a little abrasive. That's why when you put it with the oil, it helps. So you don't want to put a lot of baking soda, because it could, like, if you get like, you could get like bumps or something under your arms, or even sometimes it kind of hurts. So you don't need hardly any at all. I just put the coconut oil, baking soda, and rub, or the pit paste. They're both really good. But check out that video. That's what happened,
you guys. You let them take the pledges of allegiance out. You let them bring up, like taking prayers out of school. Like you watched all that politically correct stuff went down. They made you feel bad. So you guys gave up all that stuff, right? Now we're running around with no moral compass. Everyone's selling out everybody just for the money. When I tell you guys this transgender stuff, I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind, man. You guys have just no idea the coordinated attack that this place is under right now. It's just pretty sickening, to be honest with you. All right, I was about to move into our camper on a raw 5 acres, and the sun oven would be so handy.
There you go.
It would be so handy.
Oh, Darlene got the natural hairbrush. Her hair looks much better.
Where is my hairbrush? Come on, leave a comment. What's that from? Where is my hairbrush? My hairbrush.
But they didn't say hairbrush.
Hairbrush. Hairbrush.
Hairbrush?
Yes, they did too.
They did?
Yes, they did too.
Was that the Brady Bunch?
No.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea.
I don't know.
You won't win. Oh, there's people already getting it.
What'd they say?
Veggie Tales.
Oh, right. Okay.
B&H got it. Susie S got it. Oh, Sarah Yasharel. She was the first one, I think. Hold on. Nope. Cheryl Taylor. You're not going to win nothing, but I just want to see who did it first. Cheryl Taylor, Veggie Tales. I might do something like that.
You loved.
Oh, I used to watch Veggie Tales. And then they sold Veggie Tales and they messed it all up. They turned it into like, some stuff you don't like. That's what happens, man. Everyone sells out for the money. These family farms are going by the wayside. All right.
Look.
I love your easy no-bake energy food. What? I'm super excited about the Son of and giveaway. I wanted one once since you cooked your roast and you're good luck, everyone. Libby Richardson. Yeah. Hey, Libby. Stacy was trying to give you a nod.
I'm trying, Libby.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys in Oklahoma. Please get your tickets. Our fermenting class is already sold out. But y'all, when you come to the Homestead, that's the only Homestead conference we're going to be at besides our own, which I am going to release more tickets for ours. So stay tuned for that. But that's going to be the only one, man.
Okay, so.
And when you guys come to that thing, we do not hide, and we're always 100% answering questions, hugging necks, talking to you guys face to face, and just really giving you all we got. When we leave there, we're exhausted. And we're going to have some great topics, and there's other great speakers there, and it's in Oklahoma, in Taylor, Oklahoma. Taylor, Oklahoma. So get your tickets at offgridwithdougandstacy.com on the events tab, and then hit that thing, get your tickets. I went to Dr. Leo's great. Did you tell him how you heard about it through Doug? Paying cash, you guys are going to start taking cash. You guys are going to pay for cash. They're not going to give you cash back. You're going to go to the ATMs. They're going to say, we can't give you cash. This is going to start happening. It's already happening in Australia. It's coming, y'all. And they've already been trying the CBDs and other places in Africa and all these other places. And so far, the people have been telling them to pound sand. So they have to have more of a bank crisis. They have to have more of a crisis so they can get you to run into the arms of the CBDC, right? So just be vigilant. Stay vigilant. Is my red ferment okay with cloudy liquid? Yes, that's normal.
What kind?
Cloudy liquid ferment.
Red onion.
Red onion.
A lot of times when it's fermenting, it'll get cloudy and then it gets clearer.
Do not buy bees. Do not buy bees. Red alert. Red alert. Do not buy bees. Y'all, put up the swarm boxes. Catch local bees. Local bees are the best bees. That's the bees that you want. You don't want to be ordering bees because they bring them in from California, and you don't want to live in Minnesota having California bees. Those bees are soy boy bees, and they cannot handle that Minnesota weather up there. That's why they die all the time, and you're always buying those bees. Catch local bees. We teach you how to do it. I have the #1 best bee playlist on YouTube. #1. Spend some time watching the bee list playlist.
I like to watch them over, and I always learn something extra from Dr. Leo.
I'll even leave the link for you guys in this thing here. Okay. But do yourself a favor, even if you can't keep bees, but if you ever wanted to know about them, Dr. Leo and I spend hours and hours and hours doing this playlist and making these bee videos for you.
Okay, Kyle wants to know about what do we do for fleas and ticks. So
short grass.
Well, fleas and ticks, if we're talking about dogs or in people too. Like for Molly, I started, I guess, a couple weeks ago because the weather's starting to get warmer. I give her garlic. Now, I want to make sure that it's fresh garlic. And I'll give her, for her size, about a clove or so. A lot of people are like, I don't want to give them garlic. All the stuff in the press that came out about garlic being bad for the dogs is going to give them kidney damage and all this kind of stuff. I think that's how it really came about. I mean, I think it was like, I don't know how many bulbs of garlic for like the dog. It would have been a big, huge dose, what it compared to be. So what it does is if it builds up in their blood, and like we eat garlic too, they don't want to bite you as much because of the garlic. So I'll give Molly garlic. I'll do it for a few weeks, and then I'll give her a week off or so, and then I may start her up again. I give her about a clove. She's about a 75-pound dog, so I give her about a clove a day, and I crush it. because it's going to, the active compound in it's called allicin. I'm going to crush it, put it in there. I don't use powdered garlic or anything like that. Or even the same thing with the garlic tablets, because I used to do that a long time ago. And when I learned, when it's already been dried out, it's going to lose all of its potency. So that's why I use fresh garlic. It's a little work, but you know, if you love your dog, you'll do that. And then Doug and I have fresh garlic in our salads every single day too.
Matthew, I can't save you, Matthew. You're on your own, Matthew. Your doghouse is yours. You own it.
And then the other thing you can do, like for bugs, you know, the fleas and the ticks, generally the fleas don't want to bite them. The ticks, you just always, I mean, I do always have like a tick check. And for people, if you wear lighter colored clothing, always give yourself a tick check when you come in and just check. And we have spidey senses. We feel them on you, you know, I'll make sure.
I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
Okay. But when I was a kid, I went to summer camp. And when we went to summer camp, they were like ticks, ticks, ticks. And I remember like the Lyme disease and people got ticks. So I had a tick on me one time and they pulled it off and everything was fine. But then I told myself, like, you guys would be amazed what you could do with your body. But I told myself that time when I was a kid, I said, I'm always going to feel a tick on me. I'm always going to feel a tick on me. I'm always going to feel a tick on me. And now I am like, I can literally, I'll be like, we'll be up in the bed and we'll be all sleepy and going to sleep. And all of a sudden I'll be like, what? And I whip the cover off and I can go down to my leg over by my knee, anywhere, and I can feel it and I take it and I know where it is. So I have really high alert senses on ticks crawling on me.
And they do like to get around like your socks, around where your pant line is, you know, where it's tight. Always check those places. I mean, it's really important if you're living out in the country or if you're walking around. I mean, it's hard sometimes if you're out walking in the deep forest. I mean, you may get them. So you can use a lot of the different sprays, you know, that you can make. I think I did one. I've done a video on that. You can make some sprays when you're going out, but the thing is you're going to need to, out of essential oils or apple cider vinegar, you know, maybe put a couple of essential oils in a little water, and they work out really great. Nothing actually, if you don't even want to use essential oils, apple cider vinegar works pretty good too. Just go 50-50 and you can spray it on your, well, dogs don't like to be sprayed. So here's the trick for a dog.
Spray it on a towel.
Put it on a towel and then you can just gently wipe it, you know, so.
There's that B list one more time. And somebody said, Doug, can you use straw in the poop bucket? You can, but it's not going to be as good as the sawdust or the pine shavings.
Well, the pine shavings, I'll say they don't break down very well. I'm just saying this is an emergency.
No, but you can use the pine shavings. But the sawdust, number one, you can't use sawdust from a killed dried log. You want to use sawdust from raw stuff. So if you're cutting firewood or you're milling some logs, that's the best. Find a local sawmill. They'll give you a truckload of it for free or a super minimal cost, and it lasts a long time for you. It's super handy on the homestead, used in the chicken coop, all over the place we use sawdust. But, you know, you could use the straw, but it's going to be more headache than it's worth.
And then, okay, well, we also were talking about living off grid for 14 years.
Yes, we are.
And then Douglas, he was talking, wants to know, explain how important fasting is. So with us living off grid for 14 years, it totally changed our health like you can't even imagine, because we are with nature. We're outside a lot. We're out in the sunshine. We're part of what's going on. I mean, I see so many people, they're so white. They don't look very good because they're inside. They're inside all the time. You need to be out and get that 3D, you know, stuff all around us. You need the sound of the wind and the birds, and you need that and the sunshine on your skin. But because of that, we would do things where we get up in the morning and maybe eat, and then maybe early in the afternoon, we would only eat 2 meals a day. Because the way our work schedule would be, we're working around the farm, we're doing these things. Sometimes we would not eat until noon the next day, you know, depending, we'd have one big meal. So we just kind of fell into it. And then I'm, you know, learning more and more about how important intermittent fasting is for the body, because you need that time for your digestive tract to clean out. It's like you're just shoving food in there and you haven't pooped it out. I mean, you know what I mean?
That 3 meals a day stuff, it was a scam to sell more food at the stores, right? And to get you sick faster because all the food at the stores is compromised.
So it's just a good way to clean.
Nobody eats 3 meals a day. You understand what I'm telling you? Like nobody in history was sitting around eating 3 meals a day.
Well, and then now look at all the people that snack
And they
all day
sold it to
long.
us like a mug, man. And then the sad diet is totally garbage. We ferment over canning because canning kills, right? When you heat up your food and you try to preserve it, then when you get it to a certain temperature, it kills all the natural enzymes and all the beneficial bacteria and all the good stuff for your gut. When you ferment the food, you keep it alive and it stores for 6 months to a year. So when you're eating the canned food, just like processed industrial food, it's just kind of filling your gut.
And then let's finish.
And it's hurting your butt.
No, it's good for your butt.
No, industrialized canned food is hurting your butt.
So, and then fasting, you know, all of us, anybody can do it. I mean, it's free. There's all these things. Everything that we did moving off grid was pretty much free, you know, and we ended up taking cold showers and how good that is for your nervous system, your immune system, your circulation, and for your skin and your hair and all that kind of stuff. And then we started fasting. Noticed my stomach got flatter. I wasn't ever bloated anymore. I was pooping better. You know, I was feeling better. I was losing fat. You know, I mean, it was just crazy what it can do. Then it gives you so much energy. You know, if we're constantly snacking and eating, it's making your insulin levels go up, 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 up. And then that you're just storing fat. So when you eat good nutrient dense food, you're cooking with good fats, like your beef tallow, you're doing your good farm fresh, you know, lard that you've rendered yourself or got from a farmer, or ghee, which is my favorite, or duck fat, you know, any of these good saturated fat, coconut oil, those are a way you want to cook, and things that'll get you from one meal to the next. Something that has a good, you know, healthy type fat in it. You know, eggs are probably one of the best things you guys could start your day with, not donuts or you know, fruity pebbles, stuff like that. It's so bad because your sugar, you're going to go, it is going to get you going like woo, 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 and then you're going to crash and you're going to start yawning. That's what happens. You know, you go and a lot of you guys like to go to Starbucks or wherever and get those drinks, you know, that have all that sugar in it. I mean, your insulin levels go way up there and then you're going to crash. I mean, it's just terrible. And for a woman who has all these hormonal problems that we're going through, if you're going through perimenopause or menopause, I mean, it's like the worst thing that you could do for yourself.
Of course, we eat mostly organic foods because we grow 90% of our own food and we don't use no chemicals or stuff around here.
Yeah, and then when we travel, if we go places and stuff, I'll just buy organic.
Pay the extra money, or we go to the store and we buy our own food and make our own food the best we can, especially with the sun. Or find a farmer's market. That's why I bought an RV, so when we travel around to see you guys, we can bring our stuff with us, and trust me, we do. We bring all of our stuff with us, ferments and everything. Ask anybody who knows what's up with us, and they'll tell you.
I carry everything in my backpack. I have lots of, you know, everything. I bring my cayenne pepper with me, and I have my real salt, my Redmond real salt with me. I carry ghee. I have apple cider vinegar with me. I have all those little things. So if I have to go someplace, or if you go to a restaurant and I don't need a sauce, I mean, I could bring it myself.
You guys get.
Oh, here's another one.
Pryor, Oklahoma for the Okie contest, or conference, the Homestead Conference in Oklahoma. Get your tickets to go that. Sugar, they have sugar in every single thing you guys do. We're giving away a sun oven, so don't go away. And we're going to do that pretty soon here. But yeah, they have sugar in everything. All the food is designed to keep you sick. They are raking in the bucks off of you guys, right? You guys hear all the stories. They charge more for our pharma than any place on earth, and we use more pharma than anybody on earth. All the people are walking around on big pharma with the zombie brains, right? Everyone's on some kind of, well, me and Stacy are on zero, but I know y'all watching, 6,413 of you. Leave a true comment in there. If you're not on any big pharma or take no aspirin or nothing, leave a comment. Because everybody pretty much is on some kind of big pharma. Boy, Stacy's trying to pull at the heartstrings over here. You guys are leaving her the comments. She's like, what about them? Can they win it, Doug? She's not saying nothing, but look at her smiles. Isn't she so sweet?
That's a good one.
But I'm just telling you guys, man, the food is the setup. That's why some places have banned you from growing food in your yard. They're killing you through the food.
Start cooking at home more and preparing. That's the other thing I said. With us living like this, we learn to be more prepared.
Yes.
So for you guys, start preparing your meals for the week. You know, figure out what you're going to eat all week. You know, you can roast a ton of vegetables in the oven, and then you can add them to salads, eat them with your meals, and then just do it. Yeah, like I'll go ahead and make a bunch of hamburger. So I'll season it all up. Then maybe one night you'll do taco night. One night you'll do sloppy joes. Another night you can maybe put it on a pizza. You know what I mean? So use that all up and try to come up with some different options where you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I got to cook this long dinner. It's going to take me 2 hours. You know, kind of prepare yourself.
We got some no big pharma people in here. All right. They're like, what you talking about, Doug? Oh, did you freeze up? There we go.
Are you back?
My husband hunts. Hi, Doug and Stacy. Love the info you share. Can't find the link on your website for the knife around your neck. You have to go to mtknives.net. mtknives.net. Real nice family. They're 100% patriots. They 100% back anything that I say here. And they're good people to do business with, right?
Michael, you named your dog Stacy?
Oh, no.
What kind of dog is it?
Don't make me say funny jokes now.
What kind of dog is it?
Will the sun oven boil maple sap? No, it doesn't get that hot. Do you still use baking soda for shampoo? Kelly is persistent.
Okay, so do I still? No, I did. No, I don't. If I needed to use it in a pinch and I didn't have anything, I would. I found over time it did kind of dry out my hair. I started using, I use a bar shampoo. And honestly, for me, any of these like natural shampoos made out of goat's milk or coconut oil, all those, I could just use that for a shampoo bar. I do like the JL Leggett or JR Leggett. It's a
100-year-old shampoo.
It's a little bitty bar. You can find it online, and
but don't buy from you know where.
But you can find it online, and it's really, I love it. It's just a little bar soap. One time he thought it was a bar of soap, and he used like almost a whole bar for his body. But it works really good for my hair, and then I use apple cider vinegar.
Well, I got a lot of hair on my body.
I know, but
what are you talking about?
So, but for me, honestly, since
that's how I feel all them ticks.
I don't wash my hair all the time, so I'll have a little.
That's the other thing, y'all. I mean, my mom, right? Take a shower when you wake up. Take a shower before you go to bed, right? All y'all are overwashing, all with this Purell on the hands all the time. You're killing your body's natural abilities to. I mean, I take when she says, "Man, you're a little ripe," that's when I take a shower.
It's true.
You know what I mean? You guys are washing off. That's why we stay healthy. You're washing off. You guys spend more time learning about biome for your dirt in your garden, and then you wash it all off of you and totally sterilize your body, and then you wonder why you're sick all the time.
No, it's so.
Your house
so
is full of Lysol and cleaning and all this stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Setup.
Living off grid for 14 years, we weren't able to take a shower all the time. I mean, to be lucky, we took a shower once a week. And then wash our, wash our hair and all that. And so all of a sudden I started to notice, you go through that transition because, regular shampoos that you buy, like the Head and Shoulders and the Herbal Essence, remember those? So they put like mineral oil. So that's going to clog up your pores and all that.
She's writing a wellness book now.
Yeah, it's called, because my other books were called Cooking with a Smile, Fermenting with a Smile.
Wellness with a Smile.
No, this is called Taking Care of Your Health.
With a smile.
Naturally with a smile.
Or something like that. That's kind of wordy, but.
Yeah, something like that. So, what was I saying now?
I knew you were going to say that.
I know. What was I going to say? Well, I was talking about, our hair. So there's phytates and sulfates. I mean, all these different things that could be endocrine disruptors. They are just causing lots of issues. So you want to punt all that and go with a more natural type shampoo. And there's plenty of them out there.
Liggett, Leggit, JR Liggett. It's a 100-year-old shampoo company.
And it's just bar soap. And there's different kinds. One for regular hair, dry hair, whatever. And then and then I just use apple cider vinegar rinse, a little bit of apple cider vinegar in a bigger bottle of water. And then I might put a few drops of rosemary essential oil in there because rosemary is very good for your scalp. And then I just put it in there, rinse it off when I'm done. You let it set about a minute or so, the apple cider vinegar, and then I rinse it out. So, and it works wonderfully.
Yeah, too bad Stacy gets interrupted. Too bad.
He
Too
interrupts
bad.
me.
Too bad it's a live show, and too bad we're a couple, and too bad sometimes I interrupt her, and too bad you think you have to tell me about it. Too bad. It's just silly. Like it's always girls, first of all. It's always the women, and they're always talking about how I interrupt her. We're just a couple interacting with you guys, just like if we were out at dinner or something. This is just how it is. So if you don't like it, feminist it on down the line. But we get along just fine. I'm not interrupting her. We all say what we want to say. She talks, I'm quiet. Sometimes I interrupt because I'm reading your comments. It's a very live and interactive setup we got going on here. And you're definitely out on the sun oven. And in case you didn't know, I don't like it when you guys say that stuff, right? You leave us alone. Okay, we invited you into our place, and sometimes I interrupt her, sometimes she interrupts me. But I've gotten a lot better, truthfully.
Yes, you are a little bit better.
Oh, tell it like it is.
Okay,
Right.
Catherine wants to know any post gallbladder surgery diet advice. Well, what I would say, once you're all healed and everything is good, you do not have a gallbladder anymore that's going to produce the good detergent that helps break down fat. So I would highly, 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 highly recommend that you and do your research on this. Take like digestive enzymes. Go just look online, with every meal, because that'll help you with the fat when you're eating.
I'm going to tell you guys something, and I know you don't probably want to hear it, okay?
That you pick someone for the sun oven?
No. Dr. Bronner's, Walmart, all the stores, the reason why we talked about Tractor Supply is because it's a farm and home store, supposed to be apple pie and butter over there. And when they started when they started supporting, sponsoring, promoting Drag Queen Story Time, I felt like it was a big deal to the community, okay? And I wanted to tell you guys what was going on. And then through that story, okay, we started uncovering all this big time stuff, okay? And one of these things is called the ESG score, okay? Now, this is straight China stuff. An ESG is a social score, okay? And it's game over because every single company is going to do it. Did you hear what I said? Dr. Bronner's, all these little places that you like. Dr. Bronner's, they've straight lost their shit over there, okay? The son took over the company. I don't know what's going on with this guy, all right? But I'm just telling you, I don't know what to tell you. You're just going to have to make your own decisions. Do we still get the Dr. Bronner's? We do.
Well,
right?
We have it.
We have it because we buy it in bulk.
I had it in bulk, so that's it.
But you guys got to pick your own battles, right? We do not go to Tractor Supply because we're definitely not down with in-your-face sponsoring and supporting and promoting Drag Queen Storytime because we understand fully how that's deprivating the fabric of our society, okay? And we're just not down with it. Dr. Bronner's hasn't sponsored it. I mean, I know they give money to the LBG stuff. I don't know, right? All I'm telling you is the deeper now that I'm digging, every single corporation is going to be doing the ESG, y'all. It's here. We've been sleepy too long and it's here. And this is all, when I start telling you about this transgender and stuff, you're going to flip. And all this stuff is here now. And they've spent big money doing it. And it's not going away. So I just want you to know that. ESG, you guys are going to have to pick your battles with this stuff.
And then Scaletta Jones, so what?
Because if they don't do it, they're going to get blackballed from finances. Okay, that's how they're doing this stuff. So if Dr. Bronner's, the dumb kid over there, if he doesn't play nice with the banks and doesn't go along with the rainbows, when he wants to pay his payroll and they haven't done a good job with their money and they need more money to expand, whatever the case may be, he gets nothing. And then maybe Walmart says, well, they're not part of the ESG. Let's not stock their stuff. And then they just start ostracizing you and kicking you out. And this is just how it is. And these guys are all going to freak out. And a lot of people play along to get along. And some of you guys were like that during COVID. You went along to get along, and that's kind of how we're built. It takes a lot to go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? And you guys got to learn that.
What's our propane stove? What's our stove outside?
Camp Chef.
Yeah. Someone was asking.
A number one.
Yeah, the Camp Chef. I got a 3-burner propane, and I have even an oven, and I can bake out in the. It's wonderful. I love them. I can't say enough about the Camp Chef. So it's a Camp Chef oven and a 3-burner.
Can I use red oven stuff for my tea?
Use what?
You know, the red oven skins, red onion skins.
In the tea?
For your tea. Remember you
sure.
said don't throw your skins away? Yeah.
Yeah. You can use the red or yellow.
Red's really good too because it has
anthocyanins, which is like more of a super antioxidant. So if you had a choice between picking a, red asparagus versus regular asparagus, or purple, it's going to be better. Purple cabbage is going to be a little bit more. If you had to pick between the two, they're both nutrient dense than green cabbage, because anything that's purple is going to have those anthocyanins, which is like a super antioxidant.
It's going to be like 4:30 in the morning. I'll be like, and just hang in there, folks, because tonight we're going to be giving away a son.
Okay, well, let's give it away. Come on.
No, I'm trying to wait them out. Maybe everybody will leave.
Everyone's tired. They're done with you singing. Are you going to sing some more?
Why are you being so mean?
I'm not. You can sing a good song. He's a good singer. You are.
God.
You want to sing Bryan Adams?
Yeah, Stacy's eye is getting better. I told you guys, your body really wants to heal itself. And your eye is really liquidy, so it'll heal up pretty good. It's just bad if it's on that retina. We're giving away a sun oven. We've been answering questions about living off grid and how to manage, possibly a complete system shutdown. And if you have questions, we'll be glad to answer those with you. And we're going to stay here till about 2 o'clock in the morning. And we're going to see who really wants this sun oven. This is too much fun for me, y'all. It is. It really is too much fun for me.
Maybe people should leave some nice comments.
No, because then they'll just be playing suck up.
Well, some people have good comments.
Love your lives. Please don't do the giveaway yet. I'm learning so much. Yeah, we won't leave yet. We're hanging out. We'll know when you guys get all sleepy, ready to go. There's 7,000 thumbs up, 6,900 people in the house. Let's talk about what's really going on, you guys. Let's talk about what is really going on. They still don't want to try to tell you that was a hate crime. It's amazing to me. And did you see the gun grabbers come out right away? Operation Mockingbird, man. Every single station, every single thing, same talking point, same stuff. Take the guns, take the guns, take the guns. I mean, if you can't see what they're doing by now, man, you've lost it. You're not even trying to pay attention.
No, everyone wants a sun oven.
Can you dehydrate kiwi fruit? Sure. You can dehydrate anything. Freeze drying is really good. It takes a lot of electricity. Dehydration's really, really good.
So a lot of people don't know the difference between dehydrating and freeze drying. Freeze drying, you can buy these machines. They are a few $1,000s, but one thing with freeze drying, when you freeze dry something, it's going to suck out all the moisture, but you're going to keep the nutritional value intact, and it will last for 20, 25 years. I mean, it has a very long shelf life. And when you rehydrate it and you go to eat it, or you can just eat it, like if you're having like dehydrated or freeze-dried strawberries or something like that, it tastes so fresh. I mean, it tastes just amazing. Now, dehydrating would be like, a raisin, where you're just going to dehydrate it with the sun. This is just going to do it a little, quicker, just sucks out the moisture more.
Listen, another thing you guys should be doing right now is buying food preps, okay? If you don't grow a lot of food, even if you do, having food preps is really important. There are companies out there that make food preps, the freeze-dry food prep company, and they freeze-dry all their food, right? And they're really low on, there's only a few of, I know, their ingredients, and they use one little ingredient to help preserve it, only on some stuff, but most of it's all natural. But freeze-dry is the way to go. But you guys should be stocking up on food. Pretty soon, it's going to take $50 to buy a loaf of bread. I mean, I promise you guys, those days are coming. I promise you.
Green Thumb Patriot is a good, I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. Doug and Stacy, I just made your sauerkraut and used the juice from that to make your fermented ketchup. And
Whoop,
I also
whoop.
made 3 jars of fermented garlic honey and
Whoop,
made
whoop.
2 jars of mead. Thank
Whoop,
you.
whoop.
Awesome.
Whoop, whoop.
I like to hear that.
Dehydrated kiwi would be great. Can we dehydrate and freeze dry? We make our own dog treats. Yes, they love that. Chicken feet. Show them chicken feet.
Well,
We
yeah,
make those
you
for
can.
the dogs.
Yeah, you can get chicken. You do your chicken feet, dehydrate them, just let them go. You can do livers. Liver is great dehydrated. So any of those hearts, you can do the chicken hearts. Anything when you process your chickens, you can dehydrate all that stuff. So it's good.
How do we make tea from willow bark? I heard it is a blood thinner. You would get some willow bark, and then you would just put it in some steepy water in a strainer.
Well, and also it's got this. I always
You
say that
chew
word,
on it too.
salicylic acid, like aspirin has.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where they got.
And we have pine needle tea. We just take it off the pine needle trees and evergreens.
And that
Tell them what kind.
well, there's certain pines you like the ponderosa pine and the yellow pine and like Norfolk pine, but most other ones like the white pine, most of the other pine tree cedars and stuff, you can make a tea out of. It's very high in vitamin C, very healthful, and even like during COVID, I'm thinking it was very helpful during to help with that. But it has it's very high in vitamin C. We did do a video together with it. You can just put it in some water and make a tea out of it.
Barbara, she is writing her wellness book. It's underway right now, and we will on the next live show have the pre-sales starting. So get ready. Man, I just put her on the man. Tonight was heavy duty, boy. 6,300 people, man. Look, we've shed a bunch of people. We're getting your odds are getting better.
Come on. We just need to pick somebody. Come on.
No, we're hanging out. Don't rush these people. They want to hang out with us. I haven't been putting up a lot of videos, so they just want to hang out. Does Stacy have a cure for snoring? Yeah, this. Or that's my cure for snoring. She's the snorer.
Shut up. You
Ah! Stacy does that.
I have a dream sometimes.
She does it a lot while we're sleeping.
I don't either. Not a lot.
Over our years, we've been
Gosh,
married.
it's only been a few times. Stop it.
I gotta wake her up.
No, that's not.
Baby, it's okay, baby. Yo, I'm right here, baby.
So snoring.
But she snores. I just do this. No
well, that's not true.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do it. You guys are gonna get the midnight snore video. Will you be mad at me?
No, you're crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm not. We had hamburgers for dinner tonight. You're on a wild streak tonight.
Oh, because it was hamburger night?
I don't know. You're wild.
I'm not. I'm telling the truth. Does he ever wake herself up snoring?
I don't. I sleep
No.
good, and I'm.
She ends up choking and she can't breathe.
That's not true. He's making stuff up. You are.
Thanks, Gary. I snore too, Stacy. See, the girls are
I
on
don't
your side.
snore that. I don't. I really don't.
You guys are gonna get it. You got the Amish places where I got my wet winter hat. You guys could just look up felt hats on the internet or something, you know. But I just, you know, I live by the Amish, so it's easier for me just to roll in and pick up my winter wear or my summer wear. Usually go through a summer hat every year, maybe 2, and the winter hats, you know, I get several years out of the winter hats.
All right. So Hops once asking me, "What's your favorite meal to make?" He's a pain because he doesn't care, and so
care.
it's hard. I'm like, "Do you want this or this?" And he doesn't care, so it makes it harder for me because I'm like, I'd like someone to say what they like because he doesn't ever say he likes anything.
Because I
So
like it all.
do you have a? He's never ever told me,
I like food.
and he never says, "Oh, this is good, honey," ever.
Yes, we heard about the.
So if your wife or husband cooks for you, make sure you tell them it's wonderful. Got it?
Don't trust a skinny cook.
Well, I'm pretty good. Yeah.
What greens, if any, would help with back pain?
Greens?
The kind with presidents on it. So you can get some help. We just bought our dream 40 acres in the middle of Amish land. Well, hot dog.
Yay! Good for you.
Let's get together for a super time. Can you visit Canada? I mean, we'd like to visit Canada. But y'all up there, man, I just can't stomach you. It's worse than going to California if going to Canada up there. That Trudeau, man, is hanging you guys out to dry. He's all part of the plan. Do you guys understand, like, do you know who Gavin Newsom is? Do you know that that's Nancy Pelosi's nephew? And did you know that Nancy Pelosi's dad was in Congress as well back in the day, 50s, and he was a card-carrying socialist? Yeah, it's interesting stuff. You can watch this stuff and learn about it. And the thing is that these people are getting old. Klaus and all these. Kissinger set up the petrodollar, y'all. Right? So if you're my age or Stacy's age, you guys have enjoyed the scam of the petrodollar. You've lived a pretty good life, right? But Kissinger set it up. Kissinger's the one who said control the food, control the people. Kissinger's the one who said control the money, control the nations. You know, he's the one who taught Klaus.
Oh, my phone died.
Kissinger is big time. So, and he's running the show still. And they're all old. So they're going to go out with a bang. I try to warn you.
We have to pick a winner.
Chicken has come home to roost.
My phone just died. We have to pick a winner.
Stacy's phone died.
Oh.
That's not good. That was our internet.
Well, I told you we should have picked.
No, that was my internet for the other thing. All right, well, I got to get this thing going.
Okay, so now we have to pick.
I'm going to pick when I'm ready to pick.
Now what are you doing?
I got to get my Wi-Fi on over here.
Yeah, because we don't want people to leave.
They're not leaving. No, this is on. Everyone sees us.
Oh, okay. You guys still get it. Didn't want you guys. Everyone's tired. Look, they want to go
They're
to bed.
not tired. They're all like, we could do this all night, Doug. Give it to us. Tell us more.
No, we want it. They're ready to go.
I got my elevated raised beds up. They're filled. They're planted with their y'all. You should be on your potatoes by now and your onions, at least in our area.
Sugar snap peas, some hardy greens, possibly.
Yeah, see, everybody knows. They said, keep waiting. That'll mean less people.
No, they don't.
I'll stay up all night, Doug. Abby's elixir is the best for ticks. Never heard of it, but bentonite clay is great for after
For
tick
what?
bite.
Oh yeah, bentonite clay is great for a tick bite.
Stacy, what's your favorite thing to cook in the sun oven?
Oh, that's a hard one. It depends. I do like it, like if I'm going to be gone or I'm going to be busy working in the garden or doing stuff all day, putting something in the morning.
Chicken's really good.
Yeah, chicken or like a roast.
Meatloaf.
Those are two great things. Or just like if you had a big roast and then you put some potatoes and carrots in with it, and then it works great. And if you have the double pots, I can do the roast if I want on the top, or sometimes I'll put two roasts in there. So I have leftovers, so I have them throughout the meat because I can use the meat or later in the week if I want to make sandwiches, or you could do a Philly cheesesteak sandwich or something later with some onions. You know, so just think about that. So I'll really pack them in there really good. And on the bottom, I'll do a bunch of potatoes and carrots. I'll just stick it in there. I'm not going to set it in direct sun. I'll kind of set it in the middle. So as the sun moves, it'll get direct sun for a short time, and then afterwards it won't. So it's sort of like a crock pot, and it can go from 9 until 7 o'clock all day long, and then you can eat it. If you want to eat that late, you can. I like to do that, or you could put a whole, like a rotisserie kind of chicken, a whole chicken in there in one pot, and you can put, whatever else you want. If you want to put other vegetables in there, you can, and that works really well. But I do like to make hard-boiled eggs in there. And I do like to use it if I'm going to put a baked potato or like corn, because it's quick and easy. It bakes cookies really easy. It makes really great bread. I can't really say I have a favorite thing, but. Man,
Hardneck Farms must be new around here. He says we need a freeze dryer. How are we going to run it? You're cracking me up. We don't have no electricity, bro. You know how much electricity a freeze dryer sucks up?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You got to keep it real. Doug, can you sing a song without being silly?
No.
How do you protect your well water? We don't have a well. We live 100% off rainwater. Garlic honey smells awful when I burp it. Should I add more honey to make it sweet?
You will taste it. Yeah, you will taste it. And if it bugs you too much, just do the honey instead of the garlic. But if you're needing it and you're sick, who cares? Right? Just eat it or maybe eat it with some food.
Do you ever worry about the meat coming up to the temperature in the sun oven? No.
Here's the one thing which...
It's got a thermostat on it. You can see what the temperature is.
And then also when it's cooking, and here's another indicator, when it's cooking and it's getting close to being done, it'll start to kind of get condensation in the window. And you don't need to put a lot of liquid in
And
there.
don't wipe it off.
It produces its own liquid a lot more, which is really kind of cool. But you can tell it once it starts to get kind of foggy in there, it's starting to cook really good.
Oh, I don't know how we're going to do it, y'all.
I had some good ones that you could have picked. And I lost them now.
Do you make ghee in the sun oven? We have.
Yeah. Yeah. I did a video. Was it my first one?
And we canned butter in it too.
It was my very first video about talking about the ghee. I think I did it in the sun oven. So yeah, I did it all the time. It's just like a regular oven. I don't know why people can't realize that. It's a regular oven. You can do anything you do in your oven in your house that you can do in that. Okay, who are you going to pick? Now no one is letting you know they want who wants the
They
sun
don't
oven?
want it. They just
Nobody
said,
wants
keep
the sun
it.
oven?
We'll do it next time. See you next week. I'm going to bed. Don't worry about it, Doug. We love you.
Oh, they got the double pots. They just need the sun oven.
Our phones are dying left and right.
Yeah, come on. You got to pick someone.
Have you ever tried making your own soap? No, we get people to make soap for us. You cannot pick your battles, y'all. You can't do every single thing. You know what I mean? So that's just something that we never really tackled. I don't know what it takes to win, but I'm all about that layaway. Yeah, that is pretty good. That was nice of him to do that. All right. I don't know how to do it. Like, I'm just these comments. I'm trying to look for people that come all the time and show up and see where they are.
Pick me, pick me.
Everybody wants me to pick them. John wants his wife to go to bed because she's not going to win.
People's phones are dying.
Son of it for me and my family.
Mine died. That phone almost died.
There's Chris and Tara, the moderator. I was looking for Wortman. Wortman, she's not here. Dang, y'all. Me, I live in Colorado. Spirit by the sky. Hope it stops me burning the food. Thank you guys for doing the giveaway. No problem, Patty. We're just trying to figure it out. Just pick me and be done with it. You can do it, Doug. Oklahoma here. Whatever you do, don't pick me.
Does anyone have a big family?
I would hate to have it.
Who has a big family?
I've learned so much from you guys. Yeah, there's a lot to learn. There really is. But the best way to learn, too, is by doing.
That's the best thing. Do it. Just do it. You don't have to really know a whole lot. Sometimes you just got to jump in with both feet and you'll learn quick.
That is the truth. Totally be emerged into what you're learning, and it will
because you have to
really
learn it.
Help you out. How deep do you have to go to dig water underground? Every place is different. Like around our place, it's like
200, 300,
500,
400,
400 or 500 feet.
And the deeper you go, the more it costs.
And no guarantee of hitting the water either. They could go all the way down there and you get nothing. Or you get bad water.
Well, who wants the...
Everybody does. I'm in the homestead.
Well, they need to say they want it. There. Go back down.
They do.
Go back down. Stop.
No.
Wait, there it was.
No, it wasn't there. It's down here. It's over there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. All right, here we go.
There were 6 of them.
Seriously, I'm going to pick somebody right now. Seriously. I'm a grandma. I want to teach my grandchildren how to cook. That was a good one. Y'all are creative, pulling out all the stops. Everyone wants a sun oven. Been with you 13 years. How could you be with me 13 years?
Well, we've been on the internet like maybe 10.
No, like 7.
No, it's more than that because I saw a video from 8 years ago.
8 tops.
No, you're not adding on to the years that we've been doing it. We
I
have been doing it a
am
long
getting
time
kind
now.
of great.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Let me think about it.
Well, what we should do is somebody write a comment and you go like this and then point at it.
No, we got to pick like it's inflation.
Oh,
I know what I'm going to do.
what are you going to do?
All right. This is what I'm going to do, y'all. This is what I am going to do. You're going to have to work for this one a little bit. Got it? All right. I am going back to one of our old videos. And I am going to tell you what video it is. And you're going to go to that old video, watch it right quick, and then leave a comment there. And then I'm going to pick a comment tonight, and then I'll get a hold of that person and their comment. And
I want to know who it is. They wants to know who won it. They have to do it quick. Don't you guys want to know? No, you can't do that.
That was a good way to help us.
They can go to our other video right now and just watch it for a second and then make a comment.
No, that hurts our analytics. I want them to watch the whole thing for a while. All right, let me try to think of a different way. See, I'm kind of slick, you know. I've been trying to work these analytics and stuff. But we're only down to 5,000 people now, so we're losing
Well, there's
people.
Arizona.
They can cook outside on the concrete.
That one says pretty, please. Come on now.
Oh, I don't know, y'all. Let's see. It will be a surprise for my family, children 9, 10. They love it. I know everybody would like to get it. I could use a son of it. Let me try to think how I don't know how to do it like in a creative kind of way, y'all.
Well, you can't be creative. Just pick.
5,000 people watching now. 5869. Keep speaking the truth.
I think I should just pick. I'm going to pick.
Please.
I'm picking.
You guys just keep leaving comments, and I'm just going to keep scrolling through, and I'm just going to land on one, and somebody's going to get it. And you have to be in the USA because they don't do any shipping to Canada, and they don't do any shipping to Australia or anything, so I'm sorry about that. So you guys just keep leaving these comments, and I'm watching these comments. And we're wrapping this thing up.
They want me to pick.
Dang, we've been here for 2 hours.
I know, you're talking too much.
I know, but I'm trying to get all I can.
They want me to pick. I'm picking.
Just keep leaving them now. Keep leaving them. The sun oven is like a crock pot. Yes, it's like a crock pot without an extension cord. Oh, they have new babies on the way. Chicken tender family, much love. All right, here we go. Keep going. This thing is scrolling so fast. I'm just going to land on somebody's thing. Keep going. Comments.
It's like we're in Las Vegas. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm trying. Keep making it move fast. Everyone's getting in there. You broke your crock pot, Tammy. I saw that. I'm a loyal listener.
Okay, there you go. Right
I got to pick somebody.
She had a good last name.
I'm trying to click on the thing, and it won't let me click on it.
Why?
Go
back.
I don't know. I can't.
Stop it.
If I try to stop on it, doesn't work.
Okay,
so we just got to go down like this, and then boom. No. Boom.
Wait, you're not getting
boom.
the right people. Oh, well.
Man, this is hard.
You need one that wants it.
Pick good. We're trying.
Okay, boom it again. Stop.
I'm going to close my eyes. Tell me when to stop. Don't look, and you tell me when to stop.
Okay. Stop.
All right. Now I'm going to pick one off of this little section here. This is so hard. Can't we just give everybody one?
Sarah, stop. That's good.
I'm telling you, I'm picking it right now. I'm just trying to read your comment.
That one, pick.
So hard to do this.
It's going so fast.
It is. And then I had it stopped, and then I
You
hit
guys
the
are
thing and
being
it
so
moved.
good.
You are. You're being patient. This is fun. Who cares if it's a tax write-off?
Ding.
That's what losers do.
Stop.
They say stuff like that.
Right there. Stop. Okay.
Hold on, I saw one. What is it? Our kids would love to try a sun oven for the homeschool project. They love you guys. Thank you for everything. Pick us.
Okay, pick them.
Oh, you really want to pick them?
Yep.
All right. What is it? De Graaf Boers. Man, what is that name? D-E...
DeGraff.
DeGraff Brewers. DeGraff Brewers. Okay, now here's the thing. DeGraff Brewers, you have to email us right now at offgridwithdougandstacy@gmail.com. And if you don't email us right now, within a few seconds here, then we got to pick somebody else because we don't even know if you're there. So you have to email us right now, so then that way we know you have your contact information, because once we hang up the live show tonight, we won't be able to contact anybody else. offgridwithdougandstacy@gmail.com. And don't be trying to steal their stuff. And you got to email me right now. Right now. Right now.
Yes.
Go. Right now. Right now. Right now. And if you don't, I'm going to pick somebody else. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Where are you? I don't see it.
Well, they can't. It takes a while. They have to go
It's
into
only
the
2
thing.
seconds. DEGRAFFBOERS. Go to channel. We don't have no videos. No, I'm going to see if they're even subscribed. Subscribers. You better see our picture on there, boy. If you're not on there, if we're not on there, you're going to get a big goose egg. Ooh, you have a lot of people you like to watch. Oh, Self-Sufficient Me. We like him. Now we're going to see all your subscribers. There's our buddy Luke at In My Gardeners. So you might be an OG Homestead home. Deep South Homestead. You know all the cool people. All right, come on. Where is it? I'm waiting for your email. No, that's not you, S. Taylor. Quit cheating.
Well, if that's Taylor, that's good for them.
It's not them.
That was a good one.
No, they were sneaky.
Well, they'll get it if she doesn't.
They'll shoot when they won't. Don't be telling people stuff like that.
Well,
come on. Where's the email? I'm waiting. We're right here. Oh, there they are. They're like, if they don't email me.
You guys are awesome.
Oh, now you guys are cheating. How do we know?
Oh, wait, go back. Did it said we won?
Hi, Homestead. That's not you. I know how to tell if it's you, too. Man, see, you guys make it hard. It only took 2 seconds. You should have emailed me already, and we're trying to do this thing. I'm emailing you right now. Hey, Doug, I caught on fire. See, you guys are all emailing me when you shouldn't be, and the person who won is not telling me what's up. Diane Ratliff is sneaking in little emails. All right, that's it. We waited for you. If they don't take it, I'll email you. I already emailed you. See? I mean, everyone else is emailing except the person who said they wanted it. And then we're sitting here waiting. I'm ready to get in on y'all are trip. Stop emailing me. we're waiting for them. See, this is silly.
You guys are quick.
They went to bed. No, because they just left that comment.
Well, she had 6 homeschool kids.
No, she just left that comment. It's right there. She just left it 10 seconds ago. All right, I'm going to have to pick somebody else then.
Oh, I'll go back and check. What if she comes back?
I'm still checking.
Did it say?
No, she's not in here. See, all these people are just like, pick me and pick me instead. I'd be second. You guys are too funny. I'm getting these emails pretty fast, and none of them are them.
Oh, here.
I'm trying to do
there
it.
There it is.
Where is it?
It's from her phone.
Where?
Right there.
Where?
Right there.
This?
Yeah, push that.
Stacy and I.
What?
It's me. I'm the homeschooling mom. Oh, yeah. Is that you? Are you sure? Are you sure it's you? Here, I'm going to say, is it you? For real? Is it you?
She did it off her phone, she said.
Is it you? We have so much fun hanging out with you guys.
That was her.
I'm going to see if it's her. I'm going to do some investigative.
It is her. She did it off her phone. So...
It's me. I'm the homeschool mom.
Yeah,
Is it
see?
you? I'm emailing you. You didn't email me back.
Yep, she got
All right, you guys quit emailing me now. We got this. We got this person figured out here.
Yeah. She just had an email off of her phone.
I'm just waiting for her to reply back to me. She's the homeschool mom. So we got a homeschool mom. Please get your kids out of public school. If you're an older person right now and you're busting your hump to send your kid to college, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff is garbage. College is a joke. It's an indoctrination place. They are teaching nothing except groupthink. All right, where are you at? I sent you an email now. Come on.
There it is.
No, Courtney, that's not you.
No, she got it.
No. Hey.
Oh, that's right there.
You better stop it now. You're causing all kinds of trouble tonight. Yeah, we've been responding to you. All right, you guys, we're going to get out of here. She won. If she doesn't get back to me tonight, then tomorrow in the video, I'll tell you guys about a giveaway, but I'm pretty sure she'll get back. And you guys, stay vigilant out there. Hit videos coming this week, coming up. Stacy's in the garden. We already got our potatoes, our onions planted.
Not all the way.
Not all the way, but we're chipping away at it. We got a lot of rain.
We are doing some renovations. So
yeah, I had to get that rock up. So everything's been going crazy like that.
So we're running way behind, but it'll still be okay. So you guys get out and do something good tomorrow. Plant something, do something, get prepared, learn something, get some books on foraging, take care of yourself. Don't eat so much sugar or things that turn into sugar like breads, pasta, cereals, crackers, all that good stuff. Take care of yourself.
And Christy won. The homeschool mom answered. She's all good. The kids love you. Oh, we love Doug and Stacy. And we love y'all. We really do love y'all. We have such a good time hanging out with you. We look forward to our Sunday night gigs. I look forward to my daily videos. And before I was doing pretty good with teaching you guys all this stuff, living off grid. And now I'm trying to wake you up so you understand the importance of why you need to learn all this stuff. Do it while you can and before you have to, you know.
Yep. And then pick something to start getting yourself healthier. Just pick one thing at a time. You know, like if you want to start making homemade toothpaste or tooth powder, or if you want to start maybe trying an intermittent fasting, you know, last meal at 6 and maybe try to go to 11 or 12 o'clock the next day, you know, things like that. Drinking good filtered water. Maybe if you're trying a pinch of salt or trying the Soleil, you know, a teaspoon in your cup of water in the morning, maybe that's what you might start doing. Or maybe try eating 2 meals a day.
Or drink more water and less soda or you know, soy boy drinks, you know.
Just
less coffee,
things.
Right? All those things are called diuretics and they suck the moisture out of your body.
Did you guys know when you drink coffee, I mean, it sucks a lot of the you know, like you talk about salt, you know, it sucks that out of you, you know, all these minerals and electrolytes and all that. So it's very, very important that you replenish it back into the body too. So take care of yourself. Do something.
The most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. And sometimes the greatest way of saying something
is saying nothing at all, right?
Is to say nothing.
Do you guys know who sang that song?
All right, pray you have great weather today and tomorrow. Our day was riddled with weather here in Texas. Yes, pray without ceasing. And right now, for sure.
Yes, for sure. And just start learning everything you can learn how to take care of yourself. To be self-sufficient, being able to, what you have in your home, that you can take care of yourself.
Paul, our water tanks are BP free and stuff. So whatever it is whatever it is. Okay, that's a wrap.
Sleepy night.
Man, I'm glad the little phones stayed on there for us. Man, we gave away a sun oven tonight. We'll get that out into the to the winter, and you have to send us a picture with that sun oven too. Don't forget, anytime we send you guys something, you guys have to send us a picture with you receiving it so everybody knows that we're legit. We always show you the picture of it. Anything else before we close out tonight, dear?
No, be awesome as usual. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. And we will see you soon.
You're so motivational.
Yep.
All right, you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Let's see, how's this stuff work? And we want to stop streaming. So